we're glad you're here. Grab a cold one, maybe a beer. Stay alert in the chat. Giveaway prizes. Heck, maybe we'll give away Uncle Bill's cowboy hat. Jim's his sidekick, wouldn't you know? Uncle Extra Medium in the show. Smash that like button and subscribe. Let's all be part of hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe. Hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe.
Yay! Yay!
Hey.
Be here, yo. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, it's good you're in here. All right, go ahead, Al.
Oh, can I talk on my show?
Yeah, you can.
Do we need to listen to your puppets some more? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, and all the ships at sea, welcome to Uncle Bill's Saturday night Zoom call. We got with us
All right, out of here.
a guy with a puppet. Michael, hi, Michael, and Sunstar, hi, Sunstar, Mr. B.
Sunstar, that'd be Brian. Brenda.
Hi to Brenda. How you doing, Brenda? Mr. B, I sent you the abbreviated link if you want to come in, because I know you have trouble. And Lon,
Denard,
and Dominic, and Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Hi. That's it. I got it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping in.
We got Quick Cat.
Quick Cat.
Huh? What? Huh?
Quick Cat.
Yeah, just sang a lot of Quick Cat.
Yeah, who is Dominic?
Who is Dominic? Dominic's this guy over here on the.
No, it's gone. Yeah, write it down.
Well, Dominic knows 99.9% of
Yeah.
the people in the chat.
Yeah, Lon, I don't think you have any audio. Lon, say something. No audio, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot his mic.
Oh, that's good.
No.
No.
That'll be good then.
Nope.
Never sounded so good, Lon.
Yeah.
Oh, he's driving for Lyft.
Oh.
Quick Cat. That's awesome. That's
Good news.
making the bucks, working for a living. And you're gonna be listening to this when you have people in your car? That's, I don't know, that's a good idea. Try that again. What was that?
Cuckoo!
Okay.
Cuckoo!
That sounded like success. Lloyd, you were under the weather last week, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Well, the cold weather around Thanksgiving and stuff, it turned off real cold and going out in and out. By Sunday, I was feeling pretty rough. I actually thought I'd caught COVID, so I tested, but I hadn't. But I just had a really bad. And Monday night, I did my show Monday night, but
Hey,
off
Mr.
the most of
B.
the show. So, but I started on. Got the doctor, got me some prednisone and all that other happy horse crap to make me feel better.
I always said if you want to fill 5 or 10 minutes of the stream, ask an older person how they're feeling.
An old fart how they're feeling. Yeah, they'll tell you.
Yeah. I just made a statement. I didn't even ask you a question. And look at all the information. You weren't feeling that well last week. And look at all that information we got. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dayquil Severe.
Dayquil. There you go. More medicine that doesn't do shit.
I like hydrocodone cough syrup.
Film at 11.
Oh. Nah, it's better than nothing.
No,
Yeah,
I don't know what you
it
take.
covers up the symptoms. It makes you feel better.
Well, I
Good
take
enough for
that.
me. Good enough for me.
Yeah. That's all I'll take. I take like 3. I'm only up for 3 medications, period. NyQuil or Dayquil, naproxen, which is Aleve, and Alka-Seltzer. Other than that, you won't catch me taking anything else. Seriously, they prescribe me shit, and I'll tear up the prescriptions.
I've had illnesses or flus. I liked Theraflu. I thought Theraflu worked pretty good. Killed off. Made me go to bed too, which is good.
Yeah, Theraflu's not bad. What was that shit that you put in hot water? Was that Theraflu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've tried that once or twice. I agree that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, you make you get the nighttime one. It's stronger, because they don't care because you're not supposed to be driving. Yeah.
NyQuil, because I don't drink too, and NyQuil. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll take like a double dose of NyQuil, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
Like a double shot of NyQuil with a
good night, folks.
Sudafed chaser.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
2 shots of NyQuil, and it's like, good night. Good night, fellas.
I'm sorry you guys aren't feeling well.
It's that time of the year, man. I work outside all day. So,
well, you came into contact with somebody with a virus, is what happened. So whoever it was, you should find out who that is and smack the shit out of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Take that, bitch.
Probably my
we
damn
don't-
kids.
Being cold and your body trying to generate heat can, I believe, run you down and make you more susceptible to getting sick.
Yeah.
So, but somebody came in your, somebody came your way that had something. Especially when the kids are back at school spreading their lovely little kid germs to each other.
Yeah, it's probably my grandkids.
Yeah, that'll do it. Those snotty little brats.
Yeah.
Spreading it around.
Little, they're both bigger than me, but
how did Lon get sick from your grandkids?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at this. Lon's connection's sick too.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it was weird. It said lost connection, and I went to
did
check
the
my
same thing
internet.
for about a second.
Yeah.
wasn't
Okay,
lying.
good.
You
It
were
wasn't just me.
You were lost for a moment there, so it was telling the truth.
Yep.
Truthful little bugger.
It said lost connection.
I mean, Artie, I need to ask a favor of you.
Okay.
Take that puppet and say, no, I want you to say hi to everybody in the chat. I'm going to go get my vape. I forgot to
Okay.
take it with me. Yeah, because there's a
Hello,
lot of
everybody in the chat.
I fell asleep. No, Dominic.
That was good enough for me. I'll be honest with you. That would satisfy me. Hi, everyone in the chat.
No, and then when you get wait, because it might take me a moment to find it. When you get done doing that, ask Lloyd how he's feeling.
All right. That was that
Put the
guy.
dummy up so we can understand who the hell you're talking about.
All right, you little fart. Shut the hell up. Yeah, okay. And then we got Quick Cat.
I
And we
can't-
got Brian, Waypoint, New England, Joe Hodolio, FPV. Yeah, and then we got Brenda Starr. That'd be Sunstar. That'd be Brenda.
Close enough.
Yeah. And then we have a whole shitload of people.
He
in
didn't
there.
say run off all of his people.
Yeah, there you go. So, Lloyd, how you doing? Tell us about your sickness.
I was doing great until that damn dummy puppet came up there.
No kidding. There were three more people. There were 3 more people in here when I left than there are right now. Good job, buddy.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
They see that and they think they got the wrong. They got the wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay. Good job, Artie. I guess.
Great. Already.
Yeah.
Artie rocks it. Yeah. It's that damn puppet that's always screwed up, though.
Yeah, the puppet screwed it up a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Hey, Barkley, Mr.
Woof, woof,
Mr. B's here, twice,
Berkeley.
and Barkley. How you doing, Barkley? And Susanna Morjean, proud single mother. How are you doing?
Oh,
Hey.
Susanna.
What does it say?
Huh?
Oh, wow, that's really her name. Okay.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
name.
I thought you were doing some kind of descriptive thing. Or
Well,
something.
I was by reading her name. That's exactly
It's
what I
writing
was.
her name.
Oh, no, hey, no, that's hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for you.
Okay.
Yeah. She does a lot of lives, actually. I pop in. I see her every so often. I see her pop up. She does lives, and they come in through my YouTube, like shorts, because she's doing them this way, I guess. I don't know. How do you do that? How do you do lives on the shorts? Do you know what I'm talking about? If you have YouTube
Yeah, I
on
know
your
what you
phone,
mean, but I don't
and you
know
got
how
the
you do it.
vertical one, and people are doing lives on those.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
they show up on my shorts as lives. Yeah.
You're on your
Wow.
short.
I did not know that. I know they've increased shorts are now up to 3 minutes now. Yeah.
Well,
So,
I mean, it'll say at the bottom, join live. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But it's live. It's there and it's live.
Yeah.
But you don't see
I know that.
you don't
must
see
be
any
a-
chat unless you hit the button at the bottom that says join live. But it stays in that vertical. You know, I'll be flipping through. Come on, I can't be the only. You guys are all, what? I've never seen that.
Yeah,
TikTok.
How's that?
No, this is on YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay,
wow,
cool.
that's new.
I'm
New
flipping.
to me.
No, it's
Huh.
not. I've been seeing
Cool.
that for a while.
Oh, it could be. I don't know.
I'm flipping through the shorts, you know, trying to go to sleep, and then there's Susanna. Cooking
Susanna,
doing something, you know, being proud,
Don't you cry for me.
you know, being a proud mother, oh, Susan, being a proud single mother, and or somebody else, or somebody's doing some political rant or something.
Mhm.
Weird. I don't know what that's all about.
Political rants?
No political rants. I have no energy for that today.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to go political.
Yeah.
Pardon me, I'm having a shot.
Nobody asked you, Mike.
Go for it.
Oh,
So how are you,
Good old
Mike?
Bucky.
Mr. B, you managed to work your way in. I saw you were in there. You were saying hi. I saw you were there. I was just waiting
Darth
to get the
Vader's gonna shoot
abbreviated link so that you could figure out how to come in
I
With all the-
figured as much.
with all the
Little
other.
piggy.
Yeah, Joe Fodoleo. I didn't see him.
Joe Photo Leo.
Paisan,
Yeah.
how you doing there, bro?
Yep, Joe's in the
Yeah, he-
house.
The Power 1000 Army. So he bought one too. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's talk about drones for 2 minutes. What do you think?
Oh,
What do you think?
all right.
Yeah,
How about-
start the timer.
You guys were
Let me-
talking about.
Let me pull up something to read.
Okay, here we go. Let's talk about drones starting now.
Okay. Drones are really cool. I like them. Look how they fly.
Yeah.
You're running with a controller. It's cool.
I like my
Nothing
drone.
different.
Just don't fly them in Tennessee. They shoot them down. There's a no limit bagging on those.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
I heard
I saw that idiot. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to send that to you because I thought, well, there's something drone.
No,
Yeah.
I go through the Fox feed all the time. I can't believe, and she was an idiot too. Oh, it's outside my house and nobody will tell me why. I don't, maybe it was a realtor videoing the house next door. Maybe it was your community surveying the property lines for overgrowth of trees and the wires like they do here.
Or if she was a decent reporter, she might have gone outside there and asked them what in the hell they were doing there.
Well, they didn't see anybody. Her son took a picture of it.
Yeah.
What's it doing there? And it wasn't like way up. It was there outside my house. Yeah. It was wow. They were just so uninformed. It was.
Or maybe it was a neighbor.
Okay,
flying a
Tennessee,
drone.
we don't have a problem with drones because we got 12-gauge shotguns. The fuck?
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, so do I. You know,
Let's shoot
talk
down
about
my drone
line
and see what
following.
happens.
I got a 410. That'll work just as well. But
See what happens.
What do you? Yeah. How uninformed are you morons? I was terrible.
Well, and he's a congressman, you know, and he's supposed to, you know, understand some of those rules and regulations. One of them is you don't go shooting down drones.
Yeah,
Was it Rand Paul?
Do what?
No.
Was it Rand Paul?
No.
No, some congressman from Tennessee.
Oh,
Rand
okay.
Paul was from. Oh, he's from Kentucky, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
My bad.
Is it,
No, it was a story because unknown drones were seen flying in New Jersey near Trump or so. So what? Somebody put some drones in the air. Who gives a shit? What's around here?
Well,
Yeah,
they say that
I
was
see them
part
all
of
the
They
the
didn't have
outside
a
my
CFR
house.
there.
See them all the time outside your house. I really doubt that, but whatever. Like I said, it's probably your community surveying something. I mean, or it could be your neighbor who has a drone.
Yeah.
Flying it in their backyard. Yeah.
What are you afraid of? Holy crap! What are you naked in the window?
Yeah.
I'm on Fox News. I was. It was irritating listening to them. They were
It was aggravating. Yeah.
so uninformed. If you heard them talking, it just
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well, they're looking for something. Is what it boils down to.
And
I didn't know. I didn't know if you'd seen it. That's why I sent you the link. So
he did say. He said for a second, half a second, he almost. The FAA is responsible for that airspace, but and he followed up, but they're not doing a very good job of it. Oh, okay, because they didn't mean because we have technology to bring them down. Bring them down for what? What the? I don't even understand.
There are just too many nuffies out there at the moment.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Barkley said a recent report stated Tennessee's population has the lowest IQ of all 50 states. Well, that explains Ken Herron. Oh, did I say that?
Hey,
Feel the burn.
Moves up a notch.
Yeah,
feel the burn.
Yeah, he probably improves it a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Let's see if we can get a reaction out of that.
Let's find a bando with some penises painted on it. Yeah.
Is that true, Barkley, or did you just make that up?
It's probably possible.
I don't want it. I see how Colorado votes for things, so I don't want to hear about how intelligent people are.
I thought we weren't getting political.
Yeah,
I don't
know if that's politics or not.
We just accidentally sideswiped into this.
Oh. Well, I don't know if that's political or not, but there's 50 states, fellas, and one of them's got to have the lowest IQ, period.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it might only be by 1 point.
Hey,
it might be a
10-way tie. Mississippi moved up, all right? If Tennessee's number 50.
That's if you actually believe that those tests are a true indication of someone's intelligence. You know, I mean, that's
there's a lot going on. I mean, but I'm saying there's one state that's gonna have the lowest. It doesn't matter, and it probably change year to year depending on who they grab off the street.
Call a sling blade. Some people call it a Kaiser blade.
How many? How many people actually how many people watching even have had an actual IQ test?
I have.
Yeah,
I did. A long time ago.
Yeah,
I had when I was a kid. They used to do them all the time when I was a kid.
I had one back when I was about 27.
Oh,
high school.
I had when I was a little kid. Let's get me up.
They gave me an intelligence test once and told my mother that I qualified to go to some school for gifted children. Yeah.
Well, I had one.
They didn't send me.
You sure she didn't say special children?
Yeah.
I did the right when I was in the Air Force.
I don't know. They said gifted or special. Those words have more than 5 letters in them.
Yeah, you get the right spots with all those kids.
We got our own special bus and everything.
Yeah, I know you.
I mean, I need a disclaimer somewhere here.
I'm about to mute this whole channel. You know, they had me in the top 3 or 5 percentile.
Oh yeah.
Oh, easy qualified. Yeah, but then they want money to send me to some school in New York State.
There you go.
I wanted her to do it, but she go.
It's all about the money.
I want beating the shit out of me.
Oh shit! Let's send them to that second-rate school, cheaper. Yeah.
I can't send you away.
Yeah, Barkley, they tested me when my IQ score was 27.
Not my little boy. I can't send you away. I said, you got 2 others. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I could do it. I'll get my ass beat every day for a week or 2. But no, that didn't happen.
But
you know, I was disappointed in my high school. I had 129 in high school, and I thought that was a little low. You know, I did.
Not bad.
I was drunk though. No, it's okay. It's not genius. Yeah. My idiot friend had Mensa level over 140 or something, and he's and he's a dodo, so it doesn't mean anything.
Well,
it's a cash grab.
Common sense. Yeah, you can have common sense, and all the IQ tests really is your ability to. I took like a lot of tests for pattern recognition.
Yeah.
And et cetera, and that the game in theory.
Yeah,
game theory, pattern recognition, that kind of stuff. You get a lot of. That's really what it's all about, as far as intelligence, in my opinion.
I've gotten a lot of
differentiation, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
problem solving. problem solving, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of problem solving.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the reasons they gave me one was because that was when they were first diagnosing my MS, and they were wanting to see what my level was at.
Okay.
And because one doctor gave me a test and it was completely reverse of what it should have been, and so we went to another set, a whole new clinic, and they started me from the first blood test right on up to the IQ test, and
How did I not know you had MS?
Well, this was early days. This was back in the 80s. They didn't have the diagnostic ways of doing it. Now, when I was first diagnosed with MS, they do it with an MRI now.
Yeah.
But there were only 5 of them in the United States.
You missed my question.
Oh.
Get the MS out of your ears. When I was there, I said, how did I not know that you have MS?
Oh. I don't talk about it.
Shit, everybody knew, Bill.
No,
I
didn't know.
I don't talk about it a lot. It's just
You can't tell.
Why you think my show's called 3 Conservative Gimps?
Yeah.
'Cause you make up for at least 2.5 of them.
Yeah.
Hey,
at least a half. Yeah.
I really did not know. And
Yeah. I was in a wheelchair.
And you were in my car. Is it catching?
No, it's not. No, it's
Contagious.
yeah. No, it's not contagious. I'm past
know
the
you.
contagious stage. Yeah.
This was a joke. No, I would have never known.
Yeah.
So it's a slow moving MS if they diagnose you
Actually,
at 27.
I have what was called progressing rapid remittive, which meant it went into it in a short period of time. I was paralyzed and only had the use of one hand.
Wow.
And
As I was thinking too. At least
yeah, well, now I was also paralyzed below the waist. So let's just
okay. Well, you could have been a paralegal then.
It'd be like a lot of my dates. It would just lay there, but that's okay. You just got that hand, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But then I started slowly, and I spent a total of about 6.5 years in a wheelchair. During part of that time, I was having to relearn to walk.
Oh, wow.
I'd been paralyzed for 3.5 years when I finally started getting movement back in my legs. And,
no shit.
Yeah. So
I would have never guessed any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
I am doing pretty good. I figure I'm blessed.
Benjamin Button us, you're getting healthier as you get older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not younger necessarily, but definitely,
Yeah, no,
wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I wish I had some of the health I had back before I had MS, because I was in a lot better shape then. But when I got out of that wheelchair, when Judy and I first got married, we'd only been married about 3 years when I was diagnosed. And I asked her, I said, "You gonna be able to stick with me through this?" She says, "I won't make a promise I can't keep." So she says, "We'll see." And
were you in the Air Force at the time?
Huh?
Were you in the Air Force at the time?
I was just getting out of the Air Force.
Oh, okay.
And so they've told me it was either being exposed to Agent Orange or nuclear material.
Gotcha.
Which I was exposed to both of them, so it could have, because when we first got the A10 in, we had to hand load the rounds, and a lot of those were high explosive incendiaries. Spent
uranium.
Yeah, spent uranium.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mean like the Vulcan cannon ones that I handled?
Yeah.
For like 15 years, a 20 millimeter Vulcan cannon.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Except I did the 30 millimeters, and which
I know it's a 30 on A10.
Yeah. Which is the Gal 8. The 20 millimeter, the Vulcan, is what I started loading them too. That's what I started out on. Was loading those, but we had to actually handle the rounds, and
Yeah, you had them by hand. We had to put them back together. You got the little links and stuff. You had the rounds. Some of them didn't fire. You had to get all the rounds that didn't fire, and you get the little links. You crack them together, and you pop the rounds back in and reload the boxes. We're talking about some tedious shit right there.
Yeah.
Click, 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 pop, 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 click, 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 pop, 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 pop.
Yep.
Yep.
But anyways, that's what they say they think caused it. And they said in my case it was either or, because being in the Air Force, we still had a lot of aircraft that still had residual Agent Orange in them from that they'd been using for transport. When they started getting rid of it all, so. And then, like I said, I was out in Nevada a lot, so which there was a lot of those areas that we were in that had, radiation. So
yeah, the nuclear testing sites.
yeah, well, I didn't get a third one. I was hoping I'd get a third one down there, yeah.
There you
Where
go.
the testings are. Okay. See, my hearing's gone bad. I thought he said testings. I was thinking, I needed a third one. I didn't get it.
No,
Testing.
the military. My dad, who was, not the world's greatest person, he went through a lot of stuff too. They had the brothers out there for the nuclear test of White Sands, and it was kind of funny that I actually did a tour at White Sands from when the shuttle came and went.
Oh,
I
did
had
you?
to do guard duty at White Sands when I was stationed at Fort Bliss, and the radiation levels are still kind of high around there, around White Sands.
Yeah, they
We're
are.
out there in the desert, but they figured it was acceptable though. It's acceptable.
Well, it's like out there, from Nellis on out to China Lake. That whole area out there glows in the dark.
Yeah.
But it's acceptable levels, though, Lloyd.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
It's acceptable levels.
All I can say is that I will say this, when they got that diagnosis, they immediately started taking care of me, and they've taken very good care of me. I don't go to their hospital.
That's what matters.
But as far as the retirement benefits they gave me, they treated me well.
Yeah.
Good. So,
even though you were in the Air Force.
Yeah.
I'm glad they took care of you.
Well, we kind of need the Air Force.
Somebody has to haul all your shit around and drop it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody had to fly the plane for me to jump out of it, I guess. Somebody had to fly it.
I was a Tomahawk cruise missile pilot. Gulf War One. Yeah.
Definitely.
Say what?
Yeah, he was in the short rangers.
Yep, that's right.
Uh-huh.
The GIMP
Yep.
squad.
Now I fly those drones. Yeah.
How about them drones?
Yeah.
The Gremlin Patrol.
Yep. Probably fit in one of those Predator drones. Yeah.
Yeah. He was in-flight mechanic.
Yeah, there you go.
In-flight mechanic. In-flight mechanic.
Now they're talking about the next level of fighters are not going to have pilots because they've done testing where they did fighter simulations between piloted planes and AI planes. AI planes won every time because they could handle the high G's that the piloted planes can't. So
watching those movies again. What movie is that? Isn't that a movie?
No.
Will Smith was in that movie or something like
that.
Well, there was
Green Lantern.
Jamie Foxx.
But
no, it was in the Green Lantern. Where
was it the Green Lantern?
Yeah, where he's just before he gets zapped with the green light.
Yeah, just don't make the suit green and glowing.
Yeah. Here's the thing: that why they'll never do that, I believe, is because human pilots can make on-the-fly decisions, and
I
can only follow its programming, and that can lead you
however,
down to really dark hole.
If you have a drone with a human pilot that's been trained,
well, that's not what he said. He said AI pilots.
World.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the way.
You have a remote pilot.
Like Arkansas
that can be blocked.
That's what he is.
I mean, you put a pilot that has been trained in dogfighting and everything, piloting a remote plane that can handle all the G's and everything.
That's what I was talking about.
You meant a remote pilot?
Got an unbeatable combination.
Yeah.
What about a dog that's been trained in pilot fighting?
Ah,
Hey, I've
Yeah,
been
maybe.
looking up the highest IQ to the lowest IQ in Barkley. I don't know where you got your information from. 2024, Tennessee is 41st, by the way.
Yeah,
ah.
yeah.
So, and there's not a huge
Shit.
difference between the states. The
Yeah,
highest, the
exactly.
highest average is 104.3, and the lowest, well, this is pretty low. The lowest is 94.2.
That's either Mississippi or Alabama.
It's Mississippi.
How did I know?
94.2.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
below that is Melbourne.
Yeah, and Louisiana is 95.3, was just above that.
And he wakes up. You heard that, Melbourne.
The scary
little
thing
shit.
is, I deal with these low IQ people all the time.
Yeah, we do too. Right, Art?
So the highest IQ is Massachusetts. That's how you know this is horseshit. 104 at 104.3 FM.
Well, there again,
Well, they got some guys from MIT.
IQ doesn't necessarily correlate with common sense.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it
Yep.
correlates with common sense at all, actually.
Just on the pilot
Yeah.
thing, by the way, what they found is that you'd rather pull some kid off the street and teach him to fly remotely from the jump than to take a seasoned pilot and put him in a remote pilot seat, because the seasoned pilot's gonna keep reacting like he always did.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a hard time unlearning his limitations. He's gonna constantly think he can't do this and can't do that.
You've got that situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A kid off the street that's been playing video games or whatever won't know any better. He'll do a backflip 3 times and shit and keep flying. But a seasoned pilot won't think that's possible.
Well,
One of the things the Air Force
it
is
also
doing-
depends on what the aircraft is actually capable of.
Well,
too.
yeah, but
That's not the point. No pilot in the world can fly an F-22 to its fullest capabilities, period,
right.
because of his physical limitations.
Right.
Now, what the Air Force has been doing is they start these guys out as young men, and they start them out as drone pilots first, and they train them on being drone pilots. They get them when they're out of high school, and then they send them through school, and they learn how, and they become good operators with the drones, and then they offer them the opportunity to go for a commission and become a piloted
Mm-hmm.
A flight
pilot.
certified pilot.
Yeah, because a guy, I can't remember what his name is now. Eric is his name, but I can't remember his channel name. But it used to be AR Drone Nerd, and he flies out of Arkansas with the Arkansas Air National Guard. But he's a full-time, or the Arkansas Reserve, I should say, because he's a full-time pilot on the with the drones.
Well, but between AI and
then
drone
he went
technology, I think that's where we're headed.
Nah, AI will never replace the human mind.
Well, this is true.
I don't think it's
This
replace
is
the
true.
pilot.
I don't think
It's got to be a combination of both.
I'm still stuck in this IQ thing by state. By the way, just to add a little credence to this study, California was 48th.
Yeah.
I believe that.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
And their high school completion rank was 50th in the country.
I believe that.
How about that? Wow.
And with
Yeah.
all that money going to
I'm
the
gonna- Yeah, well, get that I'm sorry thing on deck. You ready? Because correlate that with illegal immigration maps and see what that gets you too.
Well,
Oh, well,
Yeah.
That has
And a lot of
to do
other
with it.
factors. I'm gonna leave it there, and a lot of other factors. I'm just gonna leave it.
Well, you go across the entire U.S. and you're going to find them issues like that everywhere.
there. Yeah. I'm just saying. You look at the
Unfortunately.
numbers.
well, they say a lot of stuff
Look at
affected
the
by
numbers.
socioeconomic, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course it is.
I mean, there's some parts of Mississippi, trust me, those people are dirt poor and don't get an education whatsoever. And then you've got other parts of Mississippi where, the education is very good.
Yep.
Down
You
here
know
on
what
the
part you're
Gulf
from.
Coast, it's a whole different world than say up in the Delta.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors involved, that's for sure. But
Exactly.
IQ is not supposed to have anything to do with education. Technically, IQ is not supposed to have any. Education is not supposed to be a factor.
Well, no, but if you have someone with a high IQ and they're stuck in a school system that just can't educate to that level, then it doesn't really make a hill's being a difference.
IQ is supposed to be things like spatial relations. And,
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with your education. It's
pattern
your ability,
recognition.
Right.
Exactly.
it's
You
your
don't get
brain's
taught
ability
that.
to cope with whatever they throw at you in the way of, like you said, spatial recognition.
Pattern recognition.
Right. You look at a flattened object.
Lon can probably confirm this. You put some guys out in the woods, and they're going to do a hell of a lot better in recognizing traps and problem areas than maybe some highly educated person out there. It's a whole different world.
I already said this. No, there's no correlation between education and IQ.
Yeah, but I don't think.
You can get farther in education with a higher IQ just because you have the ability.
What you just said, Mike, has nothing to do with education. Well, Mike,
in concept.
What Mike just said has nothing to do with the level of education. You got to have a guy that grew up in the backwoods that actually went on to further
he was
get a master's degree, and he'd be just as good because he grew up in those woods too. I mean, that just because
not necessarily. I mean, I grew up in Southern California. Yet when I went to the infantry, I excelled at that shit out in the woods.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, I did really well too. That's partially why they put me through the programs they did. I grew up in the city and never been in the woods in my whole life. I'd never been in the woods ever. I never held a rifle before in my whole life, and they sent me to sniper school.
That's because you didn't have any bad habits to unlearn.
That could be part of it, though. Sometimes you just have innate talents. Hand-eye coordination. Sniper school is all about being a sniper is all about hand-eye coordination anyway.
Yep.
Well, and like you say, pattern recognition.
Spatial awareness.
Picking out little tiny things that just don't belong where they're at.
Yeah, I learned that on Sesame Street.
Don't talk about art like that.
Not like the other. One of these things not the same.
Belong.
Yeah. You shouldn't single out art like that. That's wrong.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bad guy.
You're a bad guy.
I'm just a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song. She's an idiot, but I like that song. It's kind of cool.
Oh, I like her rack. Holy crap! Have you seen
I was trying not to say that.
Here we go.
Jesus. I don't care. She can be as stupid as she wants to be.
She's over 18. She's over 18 now, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Say whatever you want.
Mid-20s, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, did anything happen out in California with the tsunami? Did that amount to anything?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No,
they were under tsunami warning this weekend.
It was a whole bunch of
that whole IQ thing. I don't think most California can spell tsunami. But what happened with the tsunami?
There's an earthquake, and it was
an earthquake.
It's only about 6 miles deep out into the ocean.
It was a side shift earthquake rather than an up and down earthquake.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, they issued tsunami warnings for Northern California down to about Central California.
Oh,
I think it expires.
Yeah, they took it off not too long after they issued it. But
I thought they had it scheduled to go off it wasn't supposed to go off till 5 a.m. tomorrow.
it was one of them things where people evacuated and caused traffic jams for absolutely no reason. You know. But
Hi, Joey.
it's good to be warned about stuff like that.
Well, it was a U.S. seismologist that issued the warning, not the governor or anybody. It was.
Oh, there's all kinds of articles about it, but this is 2 days ago, and I think California's still with us. I think.
Yeah,
fortunately,
Sadly.
Yeah, because they did show like one of the swimming pools. Somebody had their camera on the swimming pool, and you could see the swimming pool, just the water inside of it, just doing that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it got with it for a little bit, but it didn't amount to anything. I think they said it was
like I say, it was
out in the ocean. It was a 7.0 earthquake.
Right, 7.
But it was one of the side shift earthquakes rather than an up and
It
down.
wasn't popping
Yeah,
as a
I thought they
tectonic
were called
plate.
them sea quakes if they're out in the ocean.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it was a sea quake. However, it was
I thought
side
the articles
shift.
are calling it an earthquake for some reason.
Because it happened 6 miles down, so it was a fairly shallow one. But that's why they were concerned, because the shallow ones are usually worse.
Right.
Oh, yeah, they could send water flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness everybody's all the future residents of Texas and Florida are still okay.
Yep.
I mean, all the Californians are okay.
Hey, we got Ray Kelly.
Yeah, I was going to invest in some property out in Arizona.
Hey, Captain Ray.
Hey,
Ray, how the hell are you?
Hey, how about South Korea declaring martial law for a few hours?
Who?
Yeah, that was a shit show from the get-go.
Yeah, it sure was.
Who called martial law?
The president of South Korea.
Oh, yeah.
You know, funny thing, when you all talk at the same time like that, it's very difficult. Who called martial law? Go Dominic.
South Korea.
Thank you. All right. I understood that. All right. Why?
Fucked if I know.
Oh,
okay, we'll move on to somebody else who'll be full of shit. I tell who might know something.
Oh,
Eddie, why did South Korea call martial law?
He thought that some of the legislatures were conspiring with North Korea.
Oh,
Yeah.
Basically, he was afraid that the communists that have taken over the majority in the parliament were going to take over the country.
Right.
I take it this didn't happen.
No.
No,
Not yet.
Not yet. You say that like you know something. What do you know? You got some inside information?
Just saying. You know, you never know with communists.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It'd be kind of a bad move considering North Korea is starving to death. South Korea is one of the richest countries on the planet. I think that would be a bad move. Don't you?
Yeah.
You know, one part of the country can eat, produces
Either which way, it's kind of
most
destabilizing.
cars in Southeast Asia, produces electronics, does great. And
Yeah.
the other one believes that their leader doesn't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And like I say,
He doesn't shit. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
either which way, it's destabilizing. So, you know, you just got to sit and see what happens next.
Yep.
Who knows?
And who is this martial law anyway?
Yeah. Well, wasn't he on CBS for a while?
I think
No, that was Marshall Dillon.
Marcia.
Close
Now,
enough.
Marshall Dillon was on CBS.
He's related to Murphy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Martial law was Samo. He was the Chinese guy.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they called the show martial law.
Is he related to Something Wrong?
Yeah, okay.
This is starting to kind of drift over to racist here. As we
Yeah. How about them drones?
How about
them
them?
drones?
Hey, did you hear Taal volcano erupted briefly?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
That happened, what, in the Philippines?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I've been to Taal volcano. Yeah. Twice. Yeah.
Oh, well.
So it belched.
We haven't heard about the Philippines.
So, Art,
in
you've
quite
been
a
to the
while.
Philippines?
Yeah, about 3 times. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
I wouldn't have ever known.
So
And then you had the Chinese attacking, well, not attacking, but harassing the Philippines Coast Guard.
yep.
Oh,
No, actually, that would be at Schofield Shoals.
That's been
There were
going
a
on.
bunch of shoals where the fishermen were fishing. They were harassing them.
They've also had run-ins with the Philippine Coast Guard. That's been going on for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I give the Philippine Coast Guard points for actually standing up to the Chinese.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
very much so.
Yeah. Well, that's because they know they got some backing with the.
I mean,
which U.S. fleet is in that area right now? 5th or 7th? 7th is.
Well, you've got the U.S. fleet out there. You got the Japanese out there.
Which one?
He's wanting to know which one. Is it the 7th that's out there?
I think the 7th is up.
7th is over there in the Asia area. Yeah.
No. Right now it's not. Right now you guys are just talking out your ass. They moved them around. They had
I
them.
just asked them. I didn't know.
They had them. They had them near Israel and near the Suez because of what's been going on there. And then they were moving the
7th fleet.
I believe they brought the 7th fleet up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because last I heard, the 7th fleet was based out of Japan.
It's not where it's based. It's where where it is now. Is what
I understand that. I'm just
well.
saying.
Then why are you answering a question nobody asked you? Where are they? Where are they? They're right now backing up. Yeah, they're in Yokosuka. That's where they're based out of. But they moved them.
They moved them up.
When
Israel.
Where is it right now? That's where it operates out of. Okay, that doesn't help. I don't know. They've been scaring the shit out of people for a while. They've been moving them around. The 7th Fleet is more powerful than most people, most countries' entire armed services.
Right.
60 ships, submarines, 140 aircraft, 20,000 sailors. The U.S. Navy's largest forward deployment fleet.
I know we supposedly have, now this, I can't confirm it, but I heard we have 3 aircraft carriers in the Pacific. Where exactly they're at in the Pacific, I couldn't say.
Yeah, Persian Gulf right now has got the 5th Fleet. But I said they were moving the 7th Fleet in to support them. I guess they never got there. Mm-hmm. They don't need them. 5th Fleet's pretty badass too.
Yeah.
Well, the entire U.S. Navy is.
Well, we have 11 nuclear aircraft carriers, so.
Yeah. Currently, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
La.
And then a lot of support carriers.
Their Navy, so
which
I never
are much smaller, but
Well, yeah, but it's the nuclear ones that can operate out at sea.
Yeah, they're
it's the thing that makes us superior to everybody else's navies because they don't have to keep docking for fuel and supplies.
Right.
They could be out for years.
Supplies.
However, the support ships that sail along with them are non-nuclear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they could be swapped out.
They can be swapped out.
And they don't have the most powerful air arm in the world sitting on top of them. It's the carrier that's important.
With every battle group, you've got at least 2 nuclear subs, attack subs.
Yeah.
And then you've got the boomers, which operate kind of independently. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sticky. Mm-hmm.
And I have to give my props out to the USS Nimitz. You know,
Yep.
that ship is always somewhere wherever the action is.
I'm sure they appreciate your program. Nice. Nice. Well, the Gerald Ford is the biggest one. Well,
That's the largest and the most recent carrier that we have. Of course, the Nimitz is the leading ship of the Nimitz class. Unfortunately, we just started scrapping the Enterprise.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah,
there'll be another one.
the
Don't worry.
Enterprise is being disassembled.
Yep.
There'll be another one.
Yep.
Oh, there will be another one. That's
Yep.
definite.
And it'll be CVN or CVN 80.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right now we've got CVN 68, which is the Nimitz, all the way through the CVN 79, I believe, is the Ford.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Ford.
they're going to be building all Ford class now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
What's up, fellas?
Back.
Yeah.
He's probably upset with all the Navy talk.
Nope,
What?
I wasn't here. So I don't know anything about Navy talk. You guys can talk about all that stuff. Talk about Apple after that if you want.
Hey,
Same
I've
difference.
got an Apple phone. What's your problem?
There you
Look at
Nothing, honey.
Look at Don Mudball.
Oh, bite me, Lon.
You bring up Enterprise, and he's
Yeah.
What were you saying,
Been a
Bill?
long road getting from there to here. That's the theme song from the show, The Enterprise.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. They got panned. Everybody hated that. Sorry, but I
enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the better ones.
Well, not just the series. They panned that theme song, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of the better ones.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Better than
I didn't watch
Discovery.
it.
Who sang it?
Rod Stewart.
Russell Watson.
Sound like Rod Stewart.
Yeah,
I
Rod
thought you
Stewart.
said
I
Marcus.
don't know. I like the original Star Trek.
Russell
theme.
Watson sang it.
All right. Dominic's smart. He's smart. He's got a high IQ. Let me see. Nobody. Yeah, who sang that?
There's actually a song behind that, I think. It aired like the first episode or second episode, and everybody hated it so much they went to just a music only, or what do they call that? A acoustic version, I guess.
Instrumental.
Russell.
Yeah, you
Instrumental, thank you.
don't need lyrics for the original Star Trek theme.
Yeah.
Star Trek, we're flying or something. We're flying in space. It feels like there was words. I'm
And
serious.
it was a 3-hour tour.
It's like Andy Griffith's show. You know, there were words to that song too. And then they dropped them. And they dropped them.
Well, just
Come
like
on
Bonanza.
Yeah.
In the pilot episode of Bonanza,
Well, why don't you come on
all
in,
of them were
Don?
singing the lyrics to Bonanza.
Yeah. Little Joe. Little
Yeah.
Joe should come riding up singing.
Yep.
Dun, 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 Bonanza.
And
Dun, 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 dun,
Johnny
dun,
Cash
dun,
did
dun,
record the
dun, dun,
song.
dun.
Lighthouse
Hello,
Hunter.
Lighthouse
Hey,
Hunter.
Barry. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Another beaver shot.
Barry. It's been a minute.
Yeah. I quit watching Star Trek after
You know,
Deep
that's-
Space Nine.
that's
I was
what
done.
That was what we used to
Me
say in driving truck there, Art, was another beaver shot.
Yeah.
You know, so Rod Stewart did do Faith of the Heart.
Yeah, he has done the song. but you'll find that was Russell Watson.
Well, that was the soundtrack for Patrick.
Yeah, Don. That song
over me.
Star
That's okay.
Trek.
I didn't want to finish my, what I was saying. It was the soundtrack to the Patch Adams. Actually, was faithful. There, that's all I wanted to say. Now,
it was readapted for.
That's Bryan Adams, isn't it?
All over each other.
So who did the operatic backup to the original Star Trek soundtrack? Where you hear that?
No idea.
I know Alexander Curry.
Yes, that's right. Nichelle Nichols did that.
Yeah.
Because
The black
I
chick.
know
The black chick.
the arrangement.
Yeah, because they can all black chicks can sing, yo.
yeah,
All the sisters can sing, so.
but that was that's part of season 2. Season 2 is when she did that.
Yeah, they said, "Hey, yo, sis, I know all you sisters can sing, so rip me a track real quick." That's what Ray Bradbury said.
Is that what he said?
That's exactly what he said. Yeah.
Okay.
You were there in the room, right, Lon?
I was there, man. I was there.
Right.
Gene Roddenberry actually dated. I'm sorry.
Doing good, Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi, Lighthouse Hunter. I gave him a wrench.
yeah.
Hurrah.
Yeah. Okay,
Give him
now
a screwdriver.
same time.
Rabble.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lloyd.
Gene Roddenberry actually dated Nichelle Nichols.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And between his wife and Margelle, what's her nuts that he was cheating on his wife with, or when did that fall in?
It was before he married Majel Barrett.
Wait,
Yeah.
I want to know more
okay.
about this. What's a nut?
Well, the way I understand it, he was cheating on his wife with Margelle, whatever her name was.
No, Majel Barrett was his
No,
wife.
a minute ago you said it was what's her nut.
Yeah, Margelle, what's her nuts? I couldn't remember her name. Somebody corrected me and said it was Barrett. So
okay.
I corrected myself. I'm capable of correcting.
Gotcha.
Actually,
Cool.
he started cheating on Nichelle Nichols with Majel Barrett.
But he was married
They
before,
were living
right?
together. They were living together. They weren't married.
Okay. No, he was married before, though. I thought he cheated on his wife with somebody.
He probably
That was a big
cheated on his
scandal.
first
Well,
wife,
when
Yeah.
with Nichelle Nichols.
When
And
you're
then-
flying around in space, you can get away with a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Different zip code,
The green women you want. Yeah, there you go.
It don't count, baby. She was green.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Majel Barrett had like the longest career in Star Trek.
Yes.
Besides
She was a computer. Yeah.
William Shatner, right? She was the computer. She was
He
on.
was also in the pilot too.
Yeah.
Right.
She was Troy's mother as well.
She was number one in the pilot.
Right.
She was the computer voice. She was Nurse Chapel. She went on to be the mother of Deanna Troi.
Yep.
Right.
In
Right.
Sana.
Everywhere. Huh?
What's on it, Troy?
Luxana. Yep.
And she's a producer, wasn't she? She was a producer the whole time on almost every show, right? She was listed as an associate producer or whatever.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It feels like she was anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, what Happy Days actor directed some of the Star Trek episodes?
Henry Winkler?
Nope.
Ron
Matt
Howard.
Marie.
Ricky Cunningham? Oh, okay. Then I don't know. I was guessing the two directors out of the Happy Days.
Potsy.
Yeah, I was getting there.
I said,
Working my way through
Anson
them.
Williams.
I said Potsy right away. You just totally ignored me.
Yeah, well.
Did he?
I'll have to roll
Is
the
that all
tape.
he ever
Can you
directed?
turn my microphone up so you guys can hear me? Is that better?
No.
We'll roll the tape and we'll go back and check.
We're going to check it. Yeah. Can we roll it back and check it?
I did say it.
You want to hear a do-it-yourself little story here? Little Bob Vila action here.
There you
So I got a new TV right downstairs, and I could put the new TV on the old mount. So awesome, right? So I take the 75-inch upstairs and I go to mount it. And I guess in the I guess back when my building was built, 16 on center wasn't a thing. Because all the rafters are 24 inches on center. All the studs are 24 inches on center.
Somebody was saving money.
And my bracket's 16. So I ran out and I had to get the big ass toggle bolts because the TV weighs about 100 pounds. Right. Wow. So I put in like 4 toggle bolts on the side away from the stud. One side obviously went into the stud because the brackets that you buy now are 16-inch.
Right.
Yeah.
They assume that you're going to have 16 on center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was either saving money or there's different types of construction. There's balloon construction, it's called, where the studs actually go from the first floor to the second floor. They sometimes they were 2 feet on center. I used to be in construction. I mean, all you got to do is, I mean, it's not as attractive as you could have put a, or is that what you did? You could put a mount between a 4-foot piece.
Yeah, you could put a brace
of what? Excuse me, rude, of like 1x3 or something, or 1x4 across, painted to match your wall, and then you could have bolted onto that.
Mm-hmm.
The 1x4x4 would go from one stud to the middle stud to the end stud. You bolt it onto that, and then attach your bracket directly onto that thing.
Yeah, I would have to do 2 of those then. Because the bracket's this tall.
Right, sure.
It's about 12 inches tall.
Which would be better anyway, because it would be.
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong. That was one way to handle it. I just went and bought some toggle bolts. Hope for the best.
Yeah, toggle bolts are right, but it depends on the quality of the drywall also.
You're still
That's true.
Depending on the drywall to hold it up.
Yep.
I mean,
We'll
if you
see.
wanted to do it the real hard way, you could cut into your drywall. And that
and then just I could frame it out.
Then you can mount, right.
Then
mount what I was talking about into the wall directly to the studs and then attach that.
Yeah, I could just put a piece in, stepped in, and then put 2x12s in there or whatever. I could put a couple pieces in there and then run 2x12s. I could do all kinds of shit, but I put toggle bolts
that's behind the TV, so you can do basically whatever you need to do.
No, but one piece, 1x4x8 would be cheap. You cut it in half, 2 pieces, and you cross 3 studs on each one. One on each end and one in the middle.
You're right. You're right. I'm too lazy for that shit. I put in 4 toggle bolts on the lee side.
Yeah,
and we'll see what happens.
Bill's idea is the most stable and is going to hold the best. However, I don't know if you're renting or you own.
Rent.
Doesn't matter. I rented. We would do stuff like that when we rented. You paint it so it matches the wall.
I ran outlets up to the TV.
Frankly, even if you didn't want to paint it, you could just use removable. You could use decking type screws that you drill straight through. Zip.
Then when you go to move, you just spackle it up.
I'm convinced he can't hear you.
Tapping, and you drive him in with a drill. Zing, zing, zing. That takes no time at all.
Zing, zing.
Yeah, no,
I work in construction right now.
Well,
just for the record,
about that.
I didn't used to work in construction. I hang shit that weighs 3,000 and 4,000 pounds every single day.
Okay, we didn't ask you to hang 3,000 and 4,000 pounds.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You guys are trying to teach me how to hang something.
We're not constructing anything.
I'm just saying. I hang shit that weighs 3,000 and 4,000 pounds daily.
I love those deck screws. I use them for everything. I did.
Yeah.
I have all different lengths in the garage right now, and you got a little star drive, and no need to drill ahead of time. You just boom. Just say it would have taken minutes. That's all. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Either way, you're gonna have to spackle anyway if you want to make the play. You're gonna have holes one way or the other.
I had to blow 1/2-inch holes in there to put these toggle bolts in. So yeah.
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 Yeah, there's several ways of going about it.
There's several.
Is any of them wrong? Not necessarily.
No, the wrong one is if the TV falls off the wall.
Yeah.
Now, the old TV was already up there. I had a 55-inch up there already. I took it down and put the 75-inch up, and then I realized that the anchors I had there initially weren't good enough because the bracket was pulling from the wall a little bit, and I'm like, I probably could have left it, quite frankly. But I went ahead and took it down, and I put these toggle bolts in and sucked the bracket back to the wall. I put four of them in on one side. On the other side, it's into the stud. I have nothing but confidence that it's going to just hang here.
Right.
Nothing's going on. If it was something was a basketball hoop or a, something that moves all the time or something that was motorized,
California,
or it was something where something was going to happen. I'm literally going to lay this TV up there, and it's never going to move until I move out or die.
Right.
So it's going to be fine, I'm sure.
Kind of like, I had to really consider where I was hanging my TV in my trailer, in my RV trailer. You're constantly moving it up and down the road, so you got to make sure it's stable.
Mm-hmm. I would have threw bolt in your case, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
I hang a lot of TVs, unfortunately. Stupid.
I used to way back in the day. I worked for a company. We ran LAN cable and hung TVs and did all that kind of shit, security systems and entertainment systems and video walls and that kind of bullshit.
I tell you, northeastern Pennsylvania constantly ran into creative construction. In some of these older, especially these homes that were built at the turn of the last century, like 1995. And they were still using plaster last.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fine, and they were 24. Old construction was 24. And
studs.
Yeah, my grandparents.
Studs weren't 1.5 by 3.5.
Oh man, I'm a pass out.
Go ahead. Somebody. I'll just sit back.
Yeah. They weren't 1.5 by 3.5 like they are now either. They were actually full dimension lumberback.
2x4s.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a drink
too.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be back.
All right. While you're doing that, Mr. B could finish.
Interrupt himself.
Yeah.
Oh look, I'm still Mr. Bodyhead.
I'm convinced he's trolling you. I'm telling you. Every time you talk, he talks over you. I'm convinced I think B is trolling you, dude. Because he only does it. He only does it to Bill. It's funny as hell. I'm convinced he's trolling him. Anyway, I feel pretty good. These toggles are supposed to hold 130 pounds each. I got 2 half-inch lags in the studs, and then I got four of these toggles. So I'm feeling pretty good about it.
2-inch lags and studs. Yeah, that's right, baby.
Really?
I was pissed. I got my stud finder. I'm like, where the fuck is this stud? Where the fuck is this stud? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got Jim's drone in the house.
Hello, Jim.
Yeah, that'd be Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we got a full house. Let me check and see. How many people? Oh, 16 people.
16.
Wow.
16 peeps, huh?
Wow, we're kicking
The whole
ass.
house going is up.
Ah.
Standing room only.
See, if I was reading some shit, there'd be twice as many people.
Yeah.
If you was doing what, Art?
Well, yesterday they were giving me shit because I was reading the finer points of the DJI Flip. drone.
Oh,
you read the entire article.
I wasn't able to catch your show yesterday, Art. You know.
Well, you can rewatch it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
don't bother. Just read the article because
Read the
you
article.
read every single word in the article is what you did. Read
Was that Bill saying something without anyone interrupting them?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Damn.
Still say that shit's hilarious. Him and that stupid reindeer. Why doesn't it have like Run Run Reindeer, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? There's 100 songs. Yakety sax. It's like, what?
Yeah. So has anybody been
Hey, Jim,
seeing
Johnny.
videos and of this guy? He made his version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with the the claymation type action in it.
Who did?
Some guy on TikTok did a series of videos that were excerpts from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and today was the one where the manager was saying, "Herbie, why aren't you finished painting that toy?" I'm not interested. I don't like making toys. Well, all right. What? Well, then what do you want to be? Well, I want to be a dentist. We need a dentist up here. Well, wait a minute. You're an elf, and you're supposed to make toys. So get back to work.
Wow, so you're reenacting his reenactment of that show, which is a reenactment of a 200-year-old story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
Well, Dominic has seen, and I think I sent some videos to Bill, and the guy that did a really good job because the way he moved is just like the claymation.
Oh.
So check it out.
Did he use computer animation though? Because you make computer animation look like claymation now.
Well, I think what he did is he probably did stop, video just every few seconds to make it look like, like stop action. Because even the way he moved his mouth.
Stop action, Jackson. What did you say? Stop Jackson.
Stop action or action.
Action, Jackson or action.
No.
All right.
Claymation is stop action.
Because you were not telling the whole truth when it came to that article, okay? You said you were talking about the highlights, of the. That's not what you did. That's what people do. You get an article and you read some highlights and then you discuss and then you read some more. You read every word of the article. We sat there and listened to you read the entire article.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what you got shit for. Drone DJ put some interesting stuff up there.
Mm-hmm.
More than happy to discuss it with you. You're all being smartasses now. You're just being careful not to talk over me. That's fine. That's okay. I like the sound of my own voice. I'm going to say hi to people. Hi, Jim.
Yeah, hey,
Jim.
Jim.
Did anybody say hi? Pay attention to the chat when I'm not around. Hi, Jim.
Yeah,
how you doing?
Hi, Jim.
He's back.
And Mr. B, I'm more than happy to hear what you have to say about anything. So don't feel the need not to talk. Just
Anything?
No, wait a minute.
I don't want to talk over you, Bill.
Well, you know what? You do that a lot. You do.
Well,
I'll be like a half a breath into my sentence, and you're already commenting on it before I finish the thought. Which, I would like to hear what you have to think about what I say. That's why I have you on.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a breath and let me look stupid first and then talk. That's all.
Well, I wouldn't say you look stupid, Bill.
Oh, I just did. You don't have to.
That's your own doing, Bill.
I said what did I just say? Hi, Lloyd. Nobody's talked to you in a while. Let's talk over you.
Hey, Lloyd. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
I'm sitting here watching the chaos and enjoying
Hey, how
it.
about that MS?
But yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Art.
did anybody?
Wow, Art.
Yeah, that's all right.
Really? What do you?
He's a midget. What does he know?
Yeah. Hey, you can't say midget. It's kind of like
It's little people.
so.
Oh, you can't say that?
What is midget? I'm a
Shock,
fucking
that's-
midget, man.
I mean, I've heard other people say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, did anybody get anything good on Black Friday or Cyber Monday?
No.
What'd you get, Lon?
We got a bunch of DJI Power 1000s. Everybody and their brother got on that deal, except for everybody here. But everybody else got in on that deal.
What deal was that? I missed it.
The Power 1000 was $379 with the $100 bag.
I got this.
Shipped to your house.
Nice.
I got another medical bill for Black Friday. I thought that was
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cyber Monday, I
You
got
got
another
Red
one.
Friday.
Cyber Monday, I had one for almost twice that, as a matter of fact. So they did.
So you're Red Friday.
Yeah. The hits just keep on coming.
Mm-hmm.
I got an Alienware laptop for Black Friday.
Oh,
Cool.
Oh, nice.
What'd you get?
I got the M16R2 with it's got 1 terabyte SSD, 32 gigs of RAM, NVIDIA 4070. It's been better if it's a 4080, but I'll go with the
4070 is
4070.
great in the lap. That's a great video card.
It's got
awesome.
it's a 2K monitor instead of 4K, but you know
It's a 1480. That's awesome.
yeah.
That's
Cool.
a great laptop. I'd love to have a laptop that's strong.
Yeah, well,
You.
I was able to get it. They had a good price on it, and they sent me an email because I buy all my stuff from Dell, and they sent me this email that says, you got some money to use, and here's a discount, and it's on sale. So because I've gone through to see if I could, because right now they're sold out of that one now. But if you go to take one of the others and reconfigure it for that, it's almost $1,000 more than I paid for the one I got. So it's like,
No, it's a great laptop. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not lawn laptop, but it's a great laptop.
yeah.
right. I mean, it's going to be good enough for what I do, and
Probably more than good enough.
well, yeah.
What's the what's the processor?
It's the i9.
I9. Ooh.
You have an i9?
Nice.
i9.
Oh, it's German then.
Which
Nice.
which
It's
series? 12?
It's the i9 Ultra.
Oh.
Oh, it's the new one. Okay.
Yeah, it's the new one. Yeah.
Mm.
All right there.
Well, you did all right, Lloyd. I got i9. I have a 47 Ti Super. So I went 4070 as well. Yeah.
Ultra's it's kind of a dialed back i9, but still that's a very powerful laptop. Very, very, very.
Well, my last one was a Ryzen 7, so I thought if I'm going to go back to Intel, I might as well go back to. I thought I'd jump up to the 9, and that's the way it came configured. So I'm supposed to get it Tuesday, I think.
Oh,
How
cool.
much?
Cool.
Out the door taxes and everything, $1,450.
That's good. Good
Not
price.
bad.
Oh,
That's not a bad price, but did you need a laptop? Or could you have? Because I like a desktop personally. That's just me. And it feels like you could have got all those specs in the desktop.
Yeah, I used to do the desktop thing, but it's just such a, I don't know. I like having a laptop. That's what I'm using now. This is Judy's laptop, but it's just it's a Inspiron 3000, so it's not got a lot. I mean,
I prefer my desktops only because you can upgrade them later on.
yeah.
Well, I can go as high as 8
what?
terabyte, 8 terabyte or 16 terabyte in
The drive.
SSDs. Yeah.
Yeah. No, when it's upgrading, I mean, you
In
could
64
you could swap out anything in a case.
Yeah.
But you know, no, I for my serious computing power, I prefer a PC as well. You know, a box,
Right.
and I have a
That's just me.
laptop, and a laptop for on the go. I just something to grab when I'm going out the door.
Right.
So, you know, so I don't have one like yours, you know, for that. But I would like to have it. There's no doubt, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
just
Ryzen
passed
9
it up.
is better for what? Gaming?
Yeah.
AMD fan.
And
No, I had a
video-
Ryzen 7 and it was good. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I figured I'm going, this was a configuration I could afford and it was a good price, I thought.
yeah.
I'd like to
Yeah.
get a much better laptop for when I go camping and traveling in the RV. However, I
Yeah.
prefer a PC.
And I've got
Mm.
trips planned for this next year and I can't take my desktop with me. So I
Yeah,
figured
that's
I'd get a
Yeah,
decent laptop
exactly.
that would cover all things.
Yeah, no, I have like a $350 laptop I take. And
Laptops are good for on-the-go stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
you know, and push comes to shove, I could do whatever I want with that. It just would take a lot longer, you know.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
And this,
the laptop I'm on is an Spyron 5400, and it's an i7. And it works great.
yeah,
So-
this is
Does it?
Does it?
Which
so?
i7?
yeah, I'm not even sure.
I don't know.
I gave away an i7, but it was second generation. Which i7?
Oh, this would be 5700 be the
Fifth.
Fifth.
generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and it works good. It's my backup when my PC's not working. Like get it up and running, and it works. It's kind of well, it's a pig when it comes to video editing because it prefers a regular drive and not a thumb drive or an SD card for if you're storing.
Well, I was just referring to whatever computer you was using like last week when you were having the dropouts.
Oh yeah, that was my Alienware R8, and that is a 9th generation i7.
Gotcha.
And
with issues.
with it, yeah.
Yeah.
The power supply just crapped out because the fan was just not moving at all, and I go, up. There you go. So I went and got a new power supply. Now I'm waiting for a cable so I could have.
So it was basically a cooling issue.
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
we said power
not the
supply.
CPU, but the fan on the
Right.
it's not moving at all.
So you think the fan wasn't moving because of your power supply?
No, the fan on its power supply wasn't
Yeah.
working.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, and that was probably why I was having the dropouts because it would
Yeah.
Gotcha.
after a certain amount of time it would just like, oh, I'm done. It's
Right.
too
You
hot.
were basically overheating the system.
Yeah. Mhm.
So overheating his power supply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This,
Well, yeah. Go ahead, Lloyd.
this i7 I'm on right now, is which is Judy's laptop. It's 11th generation.
Ooh.
It's the 1165 G7,
Ooh,
280 hertz. Oh, that's the other thing. The refresh rate on the monitor, 240 hertz
Okay. On what, your new one?
Ouch.
on the new laptop. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
240 hertz. So
That's pretty good.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got on my new TV.
Is it?
Yeah, I gave up on laptops. In fact, the laptop I sent Bill, that Alienware, was the last laptop I ever purchased.
15 years ago.
Yeah, because I went full on desktop, and then I get a tablet.
Yeah.
Because I can do anything I want to on my tablet, pretty much.
The
away from the
laptop I
house.
was using when I was camping, it finally crapped out. So one of these days I'll get me another one, but till then,
I got tablets. I don't do that kind of work on them though. I mean, I got Android here. I got a Fire. I got like one of There's a Fire HD back there that I just run. I just ran Alexa off of. That's all it's for. It's like having a view. I bought a mount for it for I think it was like $40. That constantly keeps it charged and turns it into like a view, which is kind of cool. I got a iPad in the other room that I gave my wife, and I've got the Microsoft Go, which has Windows on it. For a tablet. So you got a little of everything. A little of everything. But I just and that one I just use as a lately. Sometimes I take it with me, and sometimes I'll just pop it open and stream from my living room.
Mike.
Huh?
Nothing.
What?
I'm telling Mike to talk. I'm trying to get Mike to interrupt you, but he won't do it.
Wow.
But I bought a 300. It was on sale for like a little less than $300. I bought a 12th generation, but it's a watered down 12th generation processor with 16 gigs of RAM and a terabyte drive, and it was less than $300. And it's got a HD screen. Full HD. I think actually it's 1200. It's a little better than full HD. So I like that. It's okay. It's not the fastest in the world, but it's modern and it's Windows 11. Okay. But like I said, that's what I stream with now. Like when I went the last one I did from the meetup was that. Yeah. Yeah, it's more than good enough. But you can find decent power for $400 now if you shop for it.
Oh yeah.
Not as your primary. If you're gonna do heavy video editing like that, there's nothing like an actual full PC or a full Apple. Full. Yeah. What does Apple call them now? I don't know. They're PCs.
iMacs. They call the
MacBook.
MacBooks.
Yeah, but they're books. They're laptops. What are they? Don't they have PCs anymore?
Yeah, they call their laptop a MacBook.
No,
PC is iMac. iMac MacBooks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're getting that's a private joke going on right there, boys and girls. Yep. East Coast Drills. Hello, Dusty. Welcome in. Where you been? We've been on for a while. And he's so beat up.
He's been thrilling the East Coast. Huh? He's been thrilling the East Coast. He's been out thrilling the East Coast. Hey, East Coast, time for some thrills. Yeah. Yeah. No, I can do anything I want to on my tablet for real, but it's not cheap. You're right. I could probably have bought a laptop for less than this tablet cost.
Right.
What tablet?
So
you got?
yeah, the S9 Ultra.
This is Samsung.
Yeah, it's like, Samsung's like $1,200 or $1,500, whatever it was.
Okay. I mean, I look at some of the new the Go's, whatever they're called now, the Go Pros, and it's just tempting because they're laptops, But you know what? To get a really good one, you can buy a badass laptop for what they're charging for the high end ones,
True.
But they're neat though. They're awfully slim, and take the keyboard off, and you gotta, But I don't know.
I've been using an iPad Pro. I'm on my second one because I got one when they first came out, and then I got the 2022 edition, and it's got the M1 or the M2 chip in it, and I like it. It does. I did all my video editing on it, but I just I wanted to have a beefier computer and one I could do a little gaming on if I wanted to, and still be light as a laptop. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
To each their own. Like I said, I gave up on laptops. Yeah. Like I said, I just gave up on them, and I don't do enough on a laptop to make it worth my while. So I just get tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they call that when they did the key with the attachable key? Hybrid. If you go to the Microsoft website, that you can buy actual. Laptops.
They got the 360. They got the Surface. Yeah, the Surface 360.
Pro. That's what I was talking about. They're delivering to someone else. They've got some.
Samsung makes one of those too. Samsung makes those too.
Yeah, pretty impressive stats, specs on it. Like
or you get Chromebook.
They're expensive as hell.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, you get a, that's a little micro.
Asus. Yep.
Azus.
God bless you.
I'm thinking about building some kind of cheap PC with just one monitor for the RV, but you know how that goes. I'm still trying to decide whether I want an actual PC or whether I want to try a cheap laptop or so for the RV.
Cheap laptop. You can slot it in as long as it has an HDMI output. You can just hook it up to your TV.
You get a mini PC like this. They're small. You can have a monitor, how big you want in your RV.
I've seen some cheap laptops on Amazon for like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but I didn't pull the trigger. The specs to me just weren't all that great. So
that's true. Well, get a laptop. Then it's good for many things. Then you get a wireless keyboard like I do.
Right.
There you go.
Get the wireless keyboard, and then you're good to go.
Oh, how did Reginald hold that?
He's magic.
No,
he's a magic. Yeah,
his hand holding it.
He's a magic creature.
He's a magic.
He's ambidextrous.
He's amphibian.
He's ambidextrous.
Surface.
So he can use either hand, you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See?
He can switch from left to right whenever he chooses, you know.
Yes, just like me. We have that in common.
He's one of them switch hitters, you know.
Yeah, like all those iPhone users.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, you look bored.
No.
I thought Bill wasn't feeling well yesterday. I was going to call him today and see if he was okay, but I don't like to intrude.
Why do you say that?
So how you feeling?
You looked a little tired yesterday, and you looked not depressed, but just, I don't know, just not out of sorts, maybe.
Worn out. Not enough sleep.
In other words, not yourself.
I thought he needed a Snickers or something. I don't know. I mean,
I'm just worn out.
He might have been hangry.
Okay, let me see. Surface Pro, their top of the line Surface Snapdragon X Elite. That's a new Snapdragon 12-core processor with an OLED display.
OLED.
Wi-Fi, 64 gigs of RAM. Only a 1 terabyte SSD, $2,000.
Ooh. OLED, 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 OLED.
Is that all?
So that's $500 off to $24.99.
Wow.
Man, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
Well, you could probably get it for $50 on Temu.
Yeah, but would you ever get it?
Well, yeah, it'd be 2 or 3 months.
I
Maybe
mean,
more.
you might get it in time for, I don't know, 4th of July or something.
4th of July, maybe, hey, who knows, Easter.
Labor Day.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. St. Patty's Day, yeah.
You might get it on St. Patrick's Day. Well, next Christmas.
I mean,
you could just order it for St. Patty's Day.
Temu delivers it.
I can't stand Temu, whatever. I had to delete them. They were getting on my nerves. It's all day long.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Over and over.
No, just all day. Look, dude, I don't want any of your crap.
I still get emails from them some bitches.
Yeah.
I put a stop to that shit.
Yeah, it's
I'm
called
like, oh my God, leave me alone. Yep.
Yeah, 1999.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well. The thing with some of these is like even this, like I said, this tablet I got right here, man. It's got DeX, so it automatically will go to a monitor and yada yada. It's just
the yadas that get you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. The thing is that you can do without a computer. 90% of the people with computers, including myself, could probably live without them. That's just the bottom line.
Well, yeah.
I don't need a computer. I really don't. Everything I do, I could do on my tablet if I really wanted to.
I don't need a computer, but I want one.
Nope. Yep, exactly. I want one, but I don't need one at all. My last 3 videos were edited on my tablet using that light. What's it called? Light something or other. Light cut. Light cut. No, light cut. The DJI. Yeah, light cut.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, I use DJI's light cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was super easy. Yep.
Oh, look at that. And the Surface Pro, the keyboard, the one at the like with my Surface Go there.
300.
The keyboard is either wireless or you can attach it.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. It's got a pen and AI, of course.
Cool, man.
Blah, blah, blah.
Cool.
Yeah.
$2,000 though.
I know. Well, that's the top of the mortar Mark 1. You don't have to spend that. You can start building yours. We could do the 10 core, Snapdragon X Plus 10 core, just Wi-Fi. Don't have to have. Don't have to have.
Holy cow! What the hell was that?
The hell was that?
Yeah.
16 gigs of RAM and 512 SSD. Now you're at $900. Yeah.
Yeah, but now you're slow. Like chugga. Before you're like, now you're like chugga. You got plenty. You got all the time in the world, though, really. So
Snapdragon X. That's that brand new Snapdragon processor. It's the 10 core instead of the 12. How much did you lose?
Hi, Laura.
2 cores.
Hey,
Yeah, but this one they don't offer with more than 16 gigs RAM. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did get the translating earbuds, so I could finally understand what Dominic's saying.
That's sweet. I got those too.
Yeah.
Now you know what they're saying about you in the Philippines.
Yeah, there you go. Or if
you're
getting a haircut and the Hispanic gals are talking shit about you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what else?
The little Paquito Gringo.
They jumped from 16 gigs RAM to 64. There's no 32.
Really?
So, yeah. So you can go with a 512 SSD, $1,200, but to get more RAM, it bumps you up to the only choice you have is a 64 gig with the full terabyte.
Wow.
For $2,000. Yeah.
Damn.
Ram-a-lima ding dong. And are you?
You can never have too much RAM.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Does this come with the keyboard? They don't even tell you.
Probably not.
If you actually get it with that, I mean that's kind of bullshit.
Did everybody get a connection lost? Just real quick. I just got a connection lost, but it only flashed across the screen and it went away.
Nope.
No, but
weird.
I wasn't watching.
I was on another
Hi,
page.
Laura.
So.
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Yep.
Hi,
2:30
Hey,
a.m.
Papa Chica.
How are you?
Did you hear that England has a lower IQ than the United States? We were talking IQs before. What's the IQ of England?
Oh boy. Well, it has to be lower. That's why everybody is leaving the goddamn place.
What, England?
They're all saying, hey, let's go over there, that new land over there and call America. Yeah, I bet they got some smart ass over there.
I think
that was a while ago.
I think the whiskey's starting to affect Artie right now.
Poor Artie.
Their teeth are a lot better too.
Yeah. Poor Artie.
Yeah.
He's just going for all the low-hanging fruit right now. And we're called the colonists, by the way.
Low hanging. It's like on the ground. This fruit's on the ground already.
Yeah,
it's not hanging. It's been off the tree for a minute.
He's relaxing under one of them damn cum trees.
Yeah, there's worms and everything in these apples.
Dominic, speaking of Dominic and cum trees, how you doing, Dominic? What's going on over there?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, we bring you in because we like you, but then we don't hear from you.
Yeah.
You've got to ask the hard hitting questions then.
Oh, okay.
Oh hell.
Okay.
What hits you hard, Dominic?
Yeah. Okay, Dominic, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Where the hell did all your hair go?
I'd
Yeah.
love to know that myself, actually.
The bottom of his face.
Well,
Yeah.
he outgrew his hair.
Right.
It seems that way, yeah.
Yeah, outgrew it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It moved down.
No, you aren't correct there. I did have long hair once, but it used to be all waves. Now it's all beach. So
Right.
Yeah.
He outgrew it.
yeah,
Mhm.
Is it because you're on the other side of the planet? Like if you lived here for about 10 years, would it return to the top?
oh,
Yep.
you don't know, Mike.
There you go. And all the Italian women, they're growing good beards and
Yeah,
underarm
Damn,
hair
that's
too.
good.
Wow.
I need
Wow.
to read y'all's
Art's
story.
on an anti-Europe thing going. He's going across Europe. What's up? What about France, huh?
Yeah.
He's got a full on
see,
anti-Europe thing.
France.
Wow.
Yeah, I got Dom's hair right here.
Yeah,
Why did you, out of a
Ah.
clear blue, attack Italian women like that? What was that all
I
about?
know. Wow.
Wow.
So whatever
Hey,
comes
Dom,
into his
hey.
little mind.
Out somebody you. Stugazzi.
Reginald brought it up, Oh, it was
Yeah, Bafangu. Bafangu. Stugazzi. Bafangu.
Sounds like somebody's anti-European.
Yeah, man.
Bafangula Butana da Mamada.
Yeah, the Mamada.
That's what I just
Even Lloyd's dogs are
Muliani.
agreeing,
That's slang Italian from New Jersey. I just told you to go after
Bafangu
a
Muliani.
mother. Yeah.
Yeah. Bafangu Muliani.
I put a hex on you.
Say Million, please. I'm begging you. Fangul is okay. We'll live with Fangul, but stop saying Million. I'd appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Oh, look at Lon showing off his hair. That's nice. That's so nice.
Who?
Lon. It was not Lon. Lloyd.
Lloyd.
I was gonna say, Lon ain't got any hair.
Jim said we were jealous, and I just let him know I'm not. I don't have anything to be jealous of.
Yeah.
Brother Bob.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
most of us here don't really have anything to be jealous of.
I dumped my hair a long time ago. Second cancer trip eliminated my hair.
Yep.
By the way, I was looking at my videos. Just by the way, sometimes I drift off.
You
and
do videos?
I start whatever this thing is, and I start shopping, or I drift off and I let you guys take over, and you don't hear from me for a while. And I noticed not last week, but the week before, I had a strike. Well, not a strike, but I had a the other thing. I was like, what the hell? I didn't do anything. Who played? What's her name? The cat lady, the artist, the singer.
Oh yeah.
You guys, when I wasn't paying attention, you were playing. Yeah. Who did that?
Yeah, that happened to me too. Yeah.
No, you were playing. What's her name? I don't know. Biggest white singer in the country right now.
Yeah.
Female.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Somebody played a Taylor Swift song.
Oh,
when I wasn't
really?
paying attention,
Ooh.
Well, I guarantee you it wasn't me.
You 12-year-old.
I can promise you it wasn't me.
nope, wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
You were talking about it, and you played some clip, and it came up as Taylor Swift. What are you, a bunch of 12-year-old girls? I gotta pay attention. You guys aren't.
It wasn't me. But I saw you on the counter. Wasn't me.
Oh God, you guys killed me.
Must have been Lon.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, he seems like a
Nah.
big girl.
Yeah.
He seems
Now
like
you
a-
iPhone users.
he's a Swiftie.
iPhones come with the full Taylor Swift collection, I think.
There you go.
Not my iPhone, I guarantee you that.
Yeah, whatever.
That's the last thing I
Just their
expected to
beat.
happen. To get a claim because of Taylor Swift on my channel. That's very embarrassing.
Ah,
God, I don't.
we're never
You
ever
don't
gonna
want
be
my
together.
opinion on Taylor Swift.
I don't know. Don was on too, so that had some mudball. So that had some.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's blame Don then.
He's not here right now, so. No, you got to give Taylor Swift credit for credit's due. She's made a goddamn lot of money.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
might have made a lot of money, but she didn't make a dime off of me.
Yeah,
right. So did so did the Nazi Party. They made a lot of money too. You know, I just whatever. I don't know.
Wow,
that's quite the comparison. Wow, went straight there. Huh? The Nazis.
Yeah,
but she's still 9-year-old girls instead. That's all.
Hey, you know you lost the argument when you bring up the Nazis, right?
2 weeks ago, why are you guys playing Taylor Swift?
Yeah, only Mel Brooks can make fun of the Nazis.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
No, you've lost the argument automatically when you bring up the Nazis. I forget what it's a debate thing. I can't think of the name of but once you do that, you've automatically lost the argument.
Napoleon raised a lot of funds too, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Napoleon. There you
Napoleon.
Mao Zedong had a
God,
lot
what do you call that?
What do you call it?
Oh,
I can't remember.
Reginald, what do you call that?
No, he's asking me now. I don't know, Reginald. Oh, wait a minute. I'm moving this mouth. Okay. I can't remember. It's called something, though, for real. No, there's literally in debate, there is a axiom that once the Nazis are invoked, the argument is over.
Well, then why did they get a past election?
Well, no, that's why they lost.
It's good enough for the Democratic Party.
No, that's why they lost.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
That was why. Not the incompetent boob that was running. It was the
is that like that German guy that made a YouTube video of him calling Biden? I'm not going to say who the German guy was, but.
Oh, you mean that bloke that was born in Austria?
Yeah, it's called Hitler Speaks.
Yeah, I think something about a house painter.
That was that wanted to be a painter but got into politics instead.
Yeah, something like that.
Somebody name it already? Godwin's Law. It's Godwin's Law. That's what it's called. It's called Godwin's Law. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When you invoke the Nazis in argument, you've already lost.
Right.
Okay. I'll never do it again.
Oh, you can do it. Oh, now
you can do it all you want, Bill. You
can do it all you want, but it's an axiom of debate. Because when you go theoretically, when you go to extremes like that, you know,
I just at the top of my head I was thinking, who's a bad person that had a lot of money? You know,
I don't think Taylor Swift is a bad person.
I didn't say she was.
She doesn't agree with a lot of things that other people agree with, and you agree with, and some people agree with. I don't think she's a bad person.
Oh my God, that was a leap. I didn't say she was necessarily a bad person. I think she's kind of a dummy. But
misguided.
You want to give her credit because she's made a lot of money. So what? I give credit for what?
She's worked hard. She's obviously worked hard.
Look at Robert De Niro.
You worked hard.
Robert De Niro's made a lot of money.
Yeah, and I make the money I make.
He's misguided.
Right.
How about Oprah?
You didn't give her credit for working hard. You got to give her credit for having a lot of money.
What's wrong with Oprah now? All of a sudden, what's wrong with Oprah?
Yeah, what's wrong with Oprah?
Billionaire talking about. It's so tough.
What's wrong with Oprah?
I'd rather
The Rule 34. No, there's nothing. Look, just because people don't agree with you doesn't automatically make them bad people.
No, other things too, like what she did with Hawaii, buying up all that property after the fire, and then trying to raise funds for it. She's done some bad things in her life too. She's not a nice person. She took $1 million to support a candidate. What's up with that? Oh no, I gave it to my crew. Yeah, your crew gets $1 million for an afternoon. Get the hell out of here. They're so full of crap.
If we were in the same situation, what would we do?
What situation?
If I had a company,
it's all a matter of ethics. Do you have the ethics to stand behind what you believe, or take the money and talk whatever bullshit you need to talk?
Whoa. Well, hold on now. I disagree with the premise. It's the same premise that if you get a drone for free from DJI, there's no way you can like it. If you give a positive review, you're a shill. No. Hold on now. You can agree with the candidate and take the money. You can agree with the candidate and take the money.
You can.
There's no ethical question there.
If you actually believe that, then I'll give you a pass.
If you're going to support a candidate, you shouldn't have to be paid to do it. That's all.
Right.
Why?
There you go.
That's all. I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, and I understand that. I can somewhat agree with it.
They didn't pay Rogan to go on his show. They didn't pay anybody to go on their shows. Just the superstars. They're the ones that got paid for their for their support of the candidate. And you're going to come up and you're going to say, "I support this person. A future. He's protect us from the other guy. He's a fascist." Yeah. And I'm going to do a concert, and then they paid you $20 million to do that concert. It seems
it's one of them things where I can spout my opinion, but nobody gives a crap. If I was a star,
I agree with
then people might pay attention.
People might pay you for your opinion. Look,
Right.
I hear what you're saying. Okay, listen. I'm grabbing out of the air, okay? Sean Hannity. He fully believes in the conservative movement, correct?
Yeah.
Everybody agrees that. I don't like Sean Hannity very much, but he's the first person I thought of. He fully agrees. He fully believes in the conservative movement. Am I correct? Rush Limbaugh fully believed in the conservative movement, right?
Right.
Why didn't he do his show for free then?
No.
Why didn't he do his show for free?
That was his job and his living. But the people that came on his show didn't pay to be there.
No, that's not my point. Why didn't he do? He didn't need the money.
This is the point.
No, he could have done it for free.
Totally different. It's totally different.
Come on, no, it's not.
He's on 60.
If you believe in something, you should do it for free.
Channels. He got paid for
Pretty much, Don.
Not for having a. That's ridiculous. First of all.
No, if you really believe in something, you should do it for free. Isn't that what you said?
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
That's not what you're saying.
That's not
what you're saying.
What he's saying is, if someone
when it comes to campaigns, it's a different story. People contribute
to my
campaign.
opinion, as long as it's an honest opinion,
Let Bill say what he's meaning.
I don't have a problem with it.
Whatever. Anyway, his show was how he made his living. Okay, his guests didn't pay to be on his show.
I didn't say they did. I'm talking about Rush Limbaugh.
But that would be relative to what we're talking about. They paid her to be interviewed by her, while she was donating she donated to the campaign. I guess I don't know. She donated to the campaign. That could have been a donation to the campaign. But instead, they paid her. And believe me, if you watch the thing, she didn't look very happy about what was coming out.
I don't know. But my point is, Oprah's time is valuable. Oprah's time is valuable, yeah.
Oprah, and that whole thing, I really don't care. $1 million is a drop in a bucket. I mean, they spent $1.4 billion. Yeah. I don't care about that, honestly. She's done other things that make me think she's not a nice person.
It's like, okay. Is Elon Musk being paid by Trump for his endorsement? I mean, Elon Musk has a hell of a lot more money than Trump.
No, he's not being paid, no. In fact, he's heading up Doge. He's heading up Doge for no money.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's
not, Jim.
That's not the same thing either. Huh?
No, Jim said good night. So I
See
said
you,
good night,
Jim.
Oh, good night, Jim.
No, man.
All I'm saying is, we don't know what anyone is gaining from supporting anyone. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'll give you that.
Tulsi is getting a cabinet position. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of these people that are supporting Trump are getting positions in the government. Correct?
Yeah.
A few people. I mean, there's a whole lot of people that support Trump that ain't getting shit.
Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard.
That's not my point. I'm just saying.
Tulsi Gabbard isn't new to the game. She's been doing this a long time. She was co-chair of the Democratic National Committee. I mean, they were talking about giving her a position long before the campaign even started. She's badass, by the way. I'm glad.
Yeah, she could be great because you agree with her. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people can have ulterior motives. That's all I'm saying. People can have ulterior motives and believe what they believe. People can believe what they believe and have ulterior motives. I could love my job. I could dance into work every day, but I still expect a paycheck at the end of the week.
Yeah, but I don't understand your point.
Porn stars get paid.
So
porn stars get paid.
Yeah. So some porn stars hate their job.
No, that's not my point. All I'm saying is, Oprah's time is. They had a studio they had to set up. They got to pay all those people in there. Who the fuck was supposed to pay for that?
Her.
Yeah, the campaign.
Her. No, her as an Oprah.
No, the campaign. That's why you have donations. So the campaign can pay for that shit. Who do you think paid for Trump's dump truck?
And it was $1 million to set up an interview. That got shit. By the way, got shit viewership.
Well,
did nothing.
Yeah, well, regardless of the results, that's not the point. You know, Trump got a dump truck and put a Trump sign on it. That cost money. Whatever it was, I don't care. I'm not getting into the nuts and bolts of it. But the campaign paid for that, right? Yeah, of course. The donors paid for that.
She immediately said, "We received no money." She lied about it when she was interviewed, and then it turned out
Oprah supposedly didn't get any money.
Well, that went to the crew and the staff because
the production company
got $1 million.
She didn't get any money, but the production company got money.
Well, yeah, that was a twisted way of of twisting around it because everybody was trying to find out how they spent so much fucking money,
with
such terrible results. You know, one who got 20 million. It was one of the performers got a 20 million for their concert. The other one got 10.
And Clinton, yeah.
Another one.
And Clinton too. Clinton spent almost $1 billion, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
you can correct me if you want. It feels like Mrs. Clinton spent about $1 billion.
Nobody's come anywhere near the $1 billion.
No, she's $1.5 billion.
Was more than
candidates are going to be spending money.
I'm sorry, Mike. Please continue. I don't know. Trump spent 400 and some odd million on his campaign.
Oh yeah, right. He did a way better job than they did spending money and being efficient with his campaign. I 100% agree. No one can argue that. Anyone that argues that is stupid. Okay, it's
the idea that they thought that paying for these concerts and performers should be paid. I'm not arguing that. $20 million for a concert, I think, was fucking ridiculous. But they're paying because they wanted the biggest names they could possibly get. What did it do for them? What did it do for them? It's why
the result isn't the point.
What they did was give a free concert to their supporters, and it cost $20 million to do it. So they're just throwing friggin' money away. And on top of it, they're singing to the choir on top of it. It didn't bring anybody over.
No,
it was idiotic. And that
it didn't make any sense.
Our economy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I agree that the spending was off the charts.
Why we don't like Oprah. And there's other things about Oprah that we don't like, by the way. I already said I don't care that she decided to take $1 million. Yeah. She could have just donated it back and taken that out of her own pocket, literally, probably in her purse.
She could. She could.
Probably, literally.
Lots of people could do all kinds of shit. I don't know.
A lot of vendors are screaming, "Where's our money?" right now.
Yeah.
They're not getting paid. How much of the DNC was laid off before it was laid off when they were promised they were going to get paid through Christmas?
Yeah.
Because of how much money they wasted.
Yeah, they got gripes. They got gripes, man, and they have a right to their money, and hopefully they get it. I hope they get it. They're
going to have to get it from donations. They can't get it from the taxpayers.
Well, no, of course not. I think that it's important the people to keep their words. I hope they pay the people that they say they were going to pay, regardless of what side of the aisle they're on. It doesn't matter.
They don't have the money.
You put in the work, you get paid, and that's my position. It doesn't matter who you are. If they made a deal with Megan Thee Stallion for $2 million for her to come out and shake her ass for 15 minutes, give her a fucking check. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It is what it is.
I understand that, but they don't have the money. They don't have the money. They paid the stars. Stars all got paid. It's the vendors that don't have the voice like those guys do, because they don't want them showing up on social media talking about how they didn't get paid.
Right.
But you know what the funny thing is? You should have short sheeted them because they're not going to do that. They're not going to go up there and make themselves look bad by saying that, you know. But the vendors don't care because they got mouths to feed. You know, they can't afford it, huh?
I don't know. I'm saying Megan Thee Stallion has like 14 million followers or some shit. If she squeaks about not getting paid, it's going to have a much bigger reach.
I didn't say she couldn't do it, but would she do it? Would she attack the Democratic Party for not being paid? I don't think.
These bitches are petty, yo. Have you never seen Love and Rap? What is it called? What's it called, Dominic? Love and something. It's a show about rappers and their relationships.
I don't know much about rappers.
Love and hip hop. Love and hip hop.
Yeah.
It is hilarious. That show is hilarious. Cardi B was on that show. That's how she got her start. That show is hilarious. Ratchet. They are so ratchet. Oh my God. Bad. Petty and ratchet. But anyway. No, I hear what you're saying. And they lost and they spent way too much money. I thought Clinton spent almost $1 billion. And but a whole girl spent $1.5 billion. She took it to a whole new level, is what I'm saying. I don't remember what Clinton spent. It felt like it was $1 billion. It felt like old Joe spent almost $1 billion in the last election. The Democrats have been riding about $1 billion for the last 3 elections, it seems like. But I'm not sure.
All right. Hillary for America spent, I just looked it up.
Good.
Less than 600 million.
Oh, cool. What did Trump spend that year?
There's another one behind it, though. Priorities USA Action. They spend a little under 200. So that brings up to 8. So, all right. Total raised. 769.87. So 770 million.
Oh, my bad. So not quite $1 billion.
More money than I'll ever see in my life.
Yeah, $750 million, basically.
Yeah, but I don't think she overspent it and owed $20 million afterwards.
Well, who knows? You might be right, though.
Yeah, no,
it's hard for me to relate to all these political candidates spending all this money.
Yeah.
That's more money than I'll ever see in my life. Give me a break.
Oh, any 1,000 people, 10,000 people in this country I'll ever see. Are you kidding me? $700 million is like giving every person in this country, man, woman, and child, $2.
Yep.
Almost. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Getting $2 off everybody that lives there.
Everyone that lives in this country.
Look at Trump, 433 million. Wow.
Yeah. He did a way better job.
Yeah, give me just 10% of that and I'll be happy.
1%.
1%'s good enough.
1% 7 million, buddy.
I'm greedy.
That's $7 million.
I can cash in. I can cash in on 7 mil right now. I can cash in on 2 mil and be done. I got $500,000 in my 401k, and every day I look at it and I go, do I really want to go to work? Do I really want to go to work? And what's the penalties going to be? I keep doing the math.
That's like, the rough part is the penalties when you cash out.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been there.
Yeah, because I can pull disability if I wanted to. So I just wondered. I think to myself,
I didn't want to pull disability, but I had to.
Yeah.
Now in 2024, candidate committee money, Kamala Harris, $1,003,158,000. Outside money, 649,410. So she spent nearly as much in just outside money as Hillary spent on her entire campaign. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, she had 1.5 from what I hear. She had approximately 1.5 or more, whatever. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of fucking loot.
1.65.
When it all comes down to it, they're all crooks, but some of the crooks are better for us than others.
Okay.
Yep.
Nah, I'm not a big fan of politicians in general. So I'm not a fan of big government. I'm not a fan of government in general.
you go.
I'm not a fan. Nope.
Long as they stay out of my life, I'm good with it.
Yep.
Well, what do you think about Doge, Lon?
Doge.
The
Doge. That. I think it's an interesting idea. I think it's got a lot of possibility. I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, we'll find out. They want to cut $2 trillion out of the budget.
Good.
Okay, here's the problem.
Drop in the bucket, but it's a start.
Here's the problem. Well, the government budget is about $38 trillion a year. But here's the problem. All government spending has to go through Congress. Trump can't stop it.
Oh, no.
No one can just. Elon Musk can't stop it.
There's quite a bit of money that doesn't go through Congress. That's actually spent and produced by non-elected people and departments that were invented by non-elected people. There's actually quite a bit with a stroke of a pen as soon as you can come in. Not $2 trillion, but he could probably right off the bat knock off a few $billion, maybe a couple $100 billion.
You could,
without even breaking his sweat. He could also. There's a lot of things he's talking about doing, like getting rid of the Department of Education. A lot of people don't realize that didn't even exist when I went to grade school.
However, now that it's ingrained, trying to get rid of people is the problem.
We're not going to get rid of
them.
I mean, we're going to go get
trust me, I worked in the postal service trying to get rid of postal employees.
Well, you shouldn't have tried to kill people, first of all. Second,
you're
not the president of the United States either. And again, there's a lot of committees, subcommittees, groups, action groups. It's studies. There's a lot of money just being thrown away and wasted, and there's a lot of.
I understand.
There's a lot of fraud, and the only way he could save that kind of money is by cutting Social Security and Medicaid. That's bullshit. If you want to save Social Security and Medicaid, make the government more efficient. Kill the fraud.
I agree with you on
ridiculous spending on this section. What was it in Japan? It was in Japan. On top of it, where they were giving cocaine to tree frogs to see if it affected their promiscuity. Millions of dollars.
Wow. I want to fuck that other frog. Yeah.
I could just see you doing that, Artie.
I could see it too.
Art probably has a fraud level positions. You keep the lower positions that actually do the work. It's simple.
No, there's tons of redundancy. I agree. There's waste and redundancy.
They're saying many of the organizations. What is it? 70% of government buildings are empty because people are working from home, and we're spending $7 billion a year to maintain these buildings that are empty.
Trust me,
there's a lot of money that can be saved right from the get.
There's a lot of inefficiency in just the postal service. You lay that out across the entire government, you've got total inefficiency.
Right. Bottom line is, though, that money moves through Congress, though, that's all I'm saying.
Yes, it does.
That budget is approved through Congress.
Well, here's how that works. So, and any government country, and if you worked for the government, I worked for the Department of Corrections in Pennsylvania, and these guys at the end of the budget year would be killing themselves to spend the rest of their budget, because if they didn't, their budget shrank. Their budget shrank. That's nothing new. That's been going on forever and ever and ever. Forever. Well, how easy would it be to fix that? How about a bonus for those who saved money in the budget and still did just as good a job?
Exactly. Kick them 5% of whatever they save,
and then you turn the rest back. It's called rescission, something or other. There's actually a name for it, but they don't do it.
But there's
not recidivism.
Instead, they throw the money away on ridiculous
There's got to be the incentive there for people to actually get rid of the inefficiency.
Well, how about saving their jobs?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Yep.
I mean, we're not talking about the normal people out there doing their federal government jobs. We're talking about the upper echelons, the management.
No, it trickles all the way down to the regular guys. I'm talking about guys that were
It
budgeting.
does, but
talking about guys that were budgeting offices in a large prison.
right.
They had budgets.
Right.
It trickles all the way down. Spend your money, or you're not. Or you're gonna have a smaller budget next year.
Exactly.
Yep. No,
You know why?
I agree with all that.
Why? Because it's a union, and it doesn't matter how good or how bad you do your job. It's all based on how long you've worked here.
Yep.
In a lot of respects, yes. And it's hard to get rid. I mean, I used to work as a union steward in the Postal Service. It's hard to get rid of
Explains a lot.
low-level employees. It's the upper management.
No, it just sucks. Government sucks in general.
Yes, it does.
It just sucks. It's a big old behemoth
And
that is greased with our blood and treasure.
Like just in the post office,
It's funny when nobody
you've got
talks.
several different unions. The government agrees to these contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pick on Mike.
No, it's not picking on anything. It's just saying
He's getting ready to go
the
postal.
government agrees to the contracts.
Okay, and
Yeah.
Okay. So you're locked in on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the upper
Uh-huh.
echelon.
when the contract is up and it's time for next year's budgeting, you're not
Then
locked.
cuts
You're
are
not,
gonna
you
have
weren't
to be
locked
made.
into. You weren't locked into spending every dime.
Cuts are going to have to be made somewhere to cover what they agreed to.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Regardless, the number one employer in the United States of America is the U.S. government.
Is the U.S.
The
government.
largest employer, and it's ridiculous. And they can find money, but they're
until the contracts are changed, until
See,
the
Mike doesn't talk like
management
somebody else
is
is talking.
changed.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I tell you what, though. Here's the bottom line. All I'm saying, when you ask me about Doge, all I'm saying is Elon and Vivek can't do shit. They can point at all kinds of shit. They can give it to Trump. Trump is not going to be able to do shit about a lot of it. It's got to go. It's going to have to go through Congress. That's all I'm saying. I'm telling you right now. He's going to fight. It's just like trying to hold on, Mike. I mean, Bill. Hold on.
Don't be
like they wanted to. Hold on now. They wanted to. Remember when they wanted to get rid of Obamacare? That was all the talk. If you elect me, I'm getting rid of Obamacare. All the senators and the hold on. All the Republican representatives all were like, we're going to get rid of Obamacare. Woo-hoo. And they had the House and the Senate and the presidency. Did they get rid of Obamacare? No, they didn't. And it's going to be the same kind of situation. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Okay, you think he's going to do nothing? All right, first of all, that's not true.
No, I think he's going to do a lot, but he's not going to do. He's going to be facing roadblocks all the way.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
All the way.
There's
definitely
going to
different
be
this time.
roadblocks all the way.
It's definitely different this time, and they've actually said he's different this time, and that's why he's putting together the team that he's putting together. This time.
Yeah, because it's different because he's not going to be able to run for re-election. He can kind of do what he wants.
Well,
he kind of did what he wanted the first time, in my opinion.
Well,
go ahead, Lloyd.
No, he couldn't.
This time he's got, he won the popular vote and the electoral vote. So he's got
he got the Senate and he got the Congress.
Yep.
Now
just like
we
last
just
time.
have to see if he actually can do the things that he says he can do.
Go ahead, Lloyd.
If he can do half of the stuff that he said he could do, then I'm good with that.
Okay. Go ahead, Lloyd. What? I know you got something smart to say. I can see it.
No, it's just the fact that the Republican Party that was in power at the time they said they would get rid of Obamacare,
Right.
Was a far more liberal-leaning party. The Republican Party, since Trump's loss, the last loss, they've completely reinvented, and they've gotten rid of a lot of those guys that wouldn't do anything because they were getting kickbacks off of the Obamacare themselves.
Right. They weren't far removed from the Democrats he was running against. They were rhinos. And they did not support him at all. They made it sound like he was a mental case.
Yeah.
Come on.
Those people have been
McConnell, all of them. They were fighting him. They were fighting him constantly. He's not going to have that this time around.
No, he's in a far better situation. Plus, the ones that have been the newly elected ones, the newly elected senators, and the ones that were elected, they are part of the America's First mindset, and that's the difference between what we had under when they came in after Obamacare was done.
As long as they don't get corrupt.
This is so long good, but you understand, Lloyd is right. It's a totally different party than it was then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It is. It is. Okay. As long as they don't get corrupt.
It has nothing to do as long as anything.
They still got some remnants and hangers on there. They're going to give him a hard time, but it's totally. They made it sound like he was a crazy person even when he was running, and they were supposedly on his side. So believe me.
Yeah, the never Trumpers are gone.
It was all a big joke. Why do you think he won the House and the Senate? Because everybody thought he was going to lose the presidency. People wanted that balance. They thought Hillary was going to be the president. They were voting roadblocks against Her Highness. So,
we're not seeing the protests that we did. Like, they're not wearing their vagina hats out there in parades marching against him, because the conservative movement, and it doesn't matter whether you're a fiscal or social conservative or because this party that he's the head of right now is a combination of all sorts of lifestyles and beliefs. But we understand we've got to do something with our government and do something with our, otherwise we're going to lose a lot of our civil liberties. So one thing we can do is he's going to start getting the party under control. And Bill is right. There are a few things through, he can put these bills forward. Lon, you're right, where Vivek and Elon don't have any official powers. That's true. Right. They are there to point out, like we had a senator from Oklahoma, Tom Coburn.
They have the power of the executive branch because Trump is going to listen to what they have to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Enact everything he has to enact, and then Trump is going to go to the Congress and the Senate, and he's going to push through what they say. So it's indirect power, but it's there.
Yeah.
And don't think that agency won't change over time, because they all start out like that. All the new agencies start out like that with no power, and then you have the FDA all of a sudden enacting rules. They're not laws; they're rules and regulations that people have to do, or they can actually lose their businesses, lose their jobs. Don't think they don't have power that were not given to them by the Senate or the Congress, by the Congress.
That's why they need to go.
Right. That's why they need to go. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they need to go.
He can fix all that with the stroke of the pen, because they were not enabled to do those things by the Congress.
No, but the agency was created through, I would imagine, through the Congress. Now, I can't say that for a fact. I don't know if Health and Human Services, for example, was created through congressional vote, or if it was a stroke of a pen. I don't know.
I don't know. Here's the thing about health, and let's use that one, Health and Human Services. Right. That is a cabinet level position. The cabinet falls under the executive branch.
Right.
So any
power is derived from the executive branch.
Any president that comes in, he can create a new cabinet position. He can become, he can appoint the secretary of bumfuzzle if he wants, and they go around looking for all the bumfuzzles in the government, and now they've got money to do it with. That's what's happened. That's how these positions are created, because
wasn't it Health and Human Services that started enacting laws or
They
rules
create puzzles.
that you had to wear masks in your businesses or your businesses could be shut down? That wasn't a law passed by Congress.
no.
Hold on.
Put together by unelected people running the government.
Right.
Well, that's my problem with government. You're on my page now. But what I'm saying is, yeah, he could start that, I guess, but then you got to have offices and buildings and hire people, and
That's
I don't know if you can do that without.
You go back.
They get tons of resources that they're not using, that they're paying for, they're not using.
Okay.
You go back to 2001, and all of a sudden we've got Homeland Security.
Now that was definitely voted in through Congress.
Right. That's over
Homeland Security. Look it up. That wasn't a
thing.
Hold on. Homeland Security, I believe, was voted in.
It was voted in. However, you know, when you put,
I'm not sure.
When you put, someone help me out here, but like when a hurricane comes through,
FEMA.
What is it?
FEMA.
Okay, when you put FEMA under health or
Homeland Security,
it changes everything.
Okay, President George W. Bush established DHS by signing the Homeland Security Act of 2002.
Exactly.
And the act went through Congress. The act, we didn't make up the act through a whole Congress. No, we didn't.
No,
it's an act.
Yeah.
It's
an act.
It's a cabinet position.
Right.
It's an act. All acts go
but
through
it's
Congress.
No.
It had nothing to do with the Congress, and they were giving broad powers.
An act is a pin stroke from a president.
Right.
That's an executive order.
Exactly.
Hold on. You might be right. I'm willing to believe that you're right.
Let's see.
But I'm going to look it up, though.
Well, I'm not
Acts
saying
versus
right,
laws. It's a piece of an act is a specific piece of legislation that has passed through the legislative process and becomes law.
Yeah.
When a law is a general term that encompasses the entire legal system. Act, a bill or joint resolution that has passed through the legislative process and become law. Acts are specific legal mandates that detail particular rules or policies. A law is a general term that includes acts, regulations, and judicial decisions.
Yeah, it was passed by Congress. He just signed it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you cannot just hold
Don't be a good winner. Don't be a bad winner, Dick.
Okay. No, you can't just create an agency of the government. You can't, as a president. You cannot do that.
But he can control them up to the point of, if the Secretary of Homeland Security, which is a cabinet position, an appointed position, he can move them out and put somebody in that will do the job.
I agree. 100% agree.
Let me tell you something. If the economy really rebounds, I mean, it's already doing it, but if it really rebounds over the next year and things are looking swell and the Republicans are, and Donald Trump is looking like, the next best thing, you don't think that he could pass an act to give them the teeth that they need to actually cut it? It could start the way it is right now, which is an advisory board, basically, with the ear of the president, and then he could, but it could turn into a permanent.
But there's other issues that could.
But it doesn't have anything to do with what Bill was saying. Yeah,
I don't know. I could see it turning into something permanent. And something
Bill's right. He could petition in his next budget that he's due when he becomes president. He has to come out with a new budget on in February. So
hey, Don.
he can submit
Don.
that as part of it.
Okay, I just popped on for a second. You guys already figured it out. I hate to agree with Lon, but he's 100% correct.
I think I'm lost.
We already said that. And he already laughed at us. So
I had to pop on it. You guys were hurting my brain.
Yeah. No, man. And the problem with making Doge into an official, piece of the government, and then now Congress and the Senate are going to have oversight. So now you're going to have to argue, a bunch of Democrats and yada, yada, yada. They're going to call them in for meetings and this and that and the yada, yada, yada. It's going to drag on.
Name the Democrat who's going to stand up when they start saying, okay,
AOC?
you spent $4 billion on studying shrimp on a treadmill. Can you justify spending the American money on that? And they're not going to stand up.
Right. No, they're going to. Josh Hawley already does that.
Right. Just common sense is going to be their power.
Yep.
I think common sense.
It's not going to be. You're right. They're not going to have any actual teeth. What they are going to have is a megaphone.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Public opinion.
What if they investigate and they discover illicit fraud, actual fraud? They have the ability, obviously, to turn it over to the Department of Justice, which may do nothing, unfortunately. But
the DOJ is under the purview of the presidency.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
No, he sorta. No offense, though. But look what James Comey did while Trump was president. So again, and look what the FBI did, and look what the Department of Justice did.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So they don't have as much control as what people seem to think.
Oh no, there's the entrenched government. But
and he has the ability to fire.
You have to remember when he was in before, he tried playing by their rules, and they tried to crucify him for it. And he's going in this time with really nothing left to lose. And if they try and pull the shit, who's to stop him from just all right, a new director, and just keep firing until he gets somebody in there that runs things.
Yep,
I get that, but then you got any new appointment has to be passed through the Senate.
No.
Yeah, but
he could do a recess. He could do a recess appointment.
He could do a recess appointment, and if
you don't do so much of that,
he doesn't even have to do a recess appointment. He can get rid of somebody and
do a temporary
instead
acting,
of have an acting head. And
you're right. You're right
it
about
doesn't have
that.
to be a real appointment. It could just be an acting head.
Just keep running acting.
In the meantime, if somebody is savvy with communicating with the country, especially with social media.
Are you okay, Bill? You're blurry.
No, it's all blurry.
I would say his best.
In the meantime, presenting why he's doing what he's doing, because at first it's going to be, they don't want to, they don't want to do what you want to do, so you're going to fire them. Well, and then he presents the case to the American people, which he will do. It's going to take the teeth out of the Congress's fight, because he said they're
we'll see.
I would say also his two best weapons here is going to be J.D. Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy. Yep. They are both very well spoken. They both are direct. They cut to the core of issues. And I would put Vivek as the smarter of the two, but J.D. Vance is more is a better communicator to the average person.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Smarter how? I mean, I guess smarter. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Vivek Ramaswamy is actually very intelligent. I think he's a genius, isn't he?
I would put him
genius.
I would put him a little bit smarter than J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance is no dummy either.
He's not dumb.
It's communication part.
His ability to grasp a concept, and I mean, you can see it in the interviews. He's badass. I mean, he may be our next president.
I'm gonna go. I think I just woke up a baby.
Ooh, damn, Don. You in trouble.
I gotta close this before I get caught. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Don't make me pop back on here and correct anything else. Lon, take care of them.
Thanks for coming to my rescue there.
I'll hold it down,
Don. See you later, Don. You need to come in more.
Yeah, Don. Yeah.
Ooh, in any case,
I looked and I found it, and I saw that you were right, and I admitted it too. So shit.
Yeah, that's fine. I like the idea as a libertarian. As far as I'm concerned, I've said it 100 times. 50 to 70% of the federal government could be eliminated, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Easily.
Survive the
easily.
I agree with that.
So I'm all about it, but I'm a realist. And the fight he had just to build the wall, the fight he had just to remain in Mexico, on the border, the stuff that's so obvious, just so obviously screwed up that he had to fight. And it's just ridiculous. 2 years ago, the Democrats were talking about securing the border. Trump started talking about it, and suddenly it's xenophobia and shit. So
I saw a video where Obama was talking. He talked harsher than Trump.
Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Yeah. Bernie Sanders. Clinton gave one of the best speeches I've ever seen on border security. Yeah. Bill Clinton. I've ever seen in my life on border security. So no, and Bernie Sanders too. And what's his name from New York? I can't think of his name right now. He was sitting next to Trump at the Schumer. No, the one sitting next to Schumer. I think it was Schumer. He gave a rousing speech on border security back in the day. The Democrats are all about border security back in the day, because it was taking our jobs and whatever. And the Republicans wanted less border security, supposedly for cheap labor.
That was their position because of the unions, because of the support of the unions. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, it just flipped.
And
lots of subjects have flipped. Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. This isn't the party that we had
4 years ago,
or 8 years ago,
or 8 years ago.
Is Romney still in?
Nope.
Romney's out.
He's been replaced, I believe. Yep.
I didn't know that. Okay, maybe I don't follow it.
He decided not to run again. Yeah.
Oh, so Romney's out. Mitch McConnell's out, right?
Yep. I believe so. Well, he'll finish out his term, and he's not running again.
Yeah.
So he'll
be in for.
There was a lot of them. And it's not even that they don't have a right to be against everything that Trump says. You know what I mean?
Romney's still sitting in his. He still holds his seat.
I thought so. I thought Romney's still around. There's still some of them around.
Yeah.
What? He's not going to run again?
No.
So he's around for the next 2 years to block everything Trump wants to do. They only got 3 seats in the Senate? 2 or 3 seats?
No, right? They have 103 to 47. 6 seats.
In the Senate?
Yeah.
In the Senate, not
the House.
Only
has 100 seats, son.
53 to 47. It's 100. Yeah, it's
so 3.
6. 53 to 47 is 6.
Yeah. Math is
but you got to have over 50% to pass anything, right?
Right. Yeah, and they've got 53.
Yeah, but Romney's one of them. Romney's one of them. That's what I'm saying.
But there's some independents that could possibly support it. So
Democrats too.
Yeah. There's at least 6 seats on the other side that will go. I mean, Fetterman's one of them.
Manchin.
That'll go along with all kinds of cuts. Have you heard him lately?
Oh yeah, Fetterman's like
he sounds like a right-wing moderate, actually.
Yeah.
What's he got his head back straight?
Yeah, it's amazing. What a turnaround, man. He used to start out speeches like good night.
Good
for him, man.
Yeah, he got some bone marrow. Very clear-minded. He sounds great. But
I don't know if he got some Q9 or what do they call that? QAnon? No. When they take blood from little kids.
Here's a Democrat that I don't hate. And even though I don't agree with a lot of because you don't have to hate them, you just have to have a discussion and work with them. You know what I mean? And that's what he's willing to do. You know, I voted for Democrats in Pennsylvania. I voted for Bob Casey for governor in Pennsylvania when I lived there. You know, and he was a Democrat because the Republican was a douchebag. So it's not always party lines if they're reasonable and they're willing to work with the other side and do what's right for the constituents.
I think most Americans they're not far right and they're not far left. We're all sort of a mixed match. Mm-hmm. Some of us are conservative, either social conservatives or religious conservatives, and there's a fiscal conservatives. They're all, and I think the group that he's got together now and the way it's working is he's got a mix of the way our country is. He's got people supporting him, and that have come up, and some of them switch parties to become to become part of it. And it's just, I mean, who would have thought a Kennedy would be sitting up there working for a Republican president?
Right.
I would, to be honest with you, because if you listen to JFK talk, if
Yeah.
JFK was alive right now, he'd be a Republican.
He would be, yes.
Well, yeah,
He'd be a Republican. Yeah.
He actually cut taxes.
Common sense is what it comes down to.
Hi, Tar Heels, Ariels. Nobody said hello to him a long time ago.
I did. I did. I said hello to him too.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Yeah.
And,
All right, we've been on politics too long. I'm starting to get depressed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't get depressed.
I gotta get.
I hope for the best. I really do, but I keep a very realistic position.
I don't know that they're going to make $2 trillion. What if they cut $1 trillion from the budget?
Well,
would that be freaking amazing?
my biggest thing,
during the same.
my biggest thing is,
I tell you, you don't talk unless someone else is saying something. You really don't. You're funny. You really are. I was trying to make a 2-sentence statement and I couldn't finish it.
Go ahead.
All I was trying to say
Go
was,
ahead.
if they never mind, I can't even remember what it was now.
Okay.
Here's
what I'm going to say real
$1
quick.
trillion, and during that period of time they balance a budget. Oh my God!
No,
everything's wide
I'm going
open.
to say. Well, I got one for you.
Anybody who fights him is going to get primaried. Anybody on the Republican side is going to get primaried. And they're going to lose their spot. That's what's going to happen because the people are going to be if inflation at least stays. If it drop, if things stop going up, if gas prices even if it just stays, let alone goes down, energy prices are going to go down, which is going to cause everything else
to drop.
If that's going on while they're balancing the budget, while they're announcing all these different cuts, while they're showing what we're paying on the national debt and the interest on the national debt dropping all at the same time. Anybody that's been fighting them, their ass is grass. Seriously, they're done.
Okay, if they want to impress me, they'll actually have a budget. We haven't passed a budget in probably 15 or 20 years. It's been years since there's been an actual budget for one. So people start talking about balancing the budget. They've done budget resolutions and continuations for probably 10 years.
No, there's a law that they have to pass a budget every year.
How much you want to bet?
They passed the budget. Okay. However, it's not a balance.
It's a continuation. Budget. No, it's a continuation. They've been doing continuations.
CR.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't think they passed an actual budget in 10 years.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They passed the budget. However, it's not a balanced budget, and we're using debt to pay the budget. We're creating more debt just to meet the budget.
Anyway, they do continuation, but there's a point where they have to pass a budget or they shut down government.
Nope. They've been doing nothing but continuations, but nothing but CRs for probably 10 years. I'm telling you, they haven't passed an actual budget in a decade.
No.
Trust me, they haven't passed a budget. If they want to impress me, they'll pass an actual budget.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. that would be step one. Fuck all this Doge talk and all this other shit. Pass an actual budget if you want to impress me.
You're wanting a balanced budget.
No, I want a budget. You got to have a budget before you can balance it or not balance it. You got to have an actual budget. They haven't had a budget. If I say my budget's $10,000 and I spent $10,011,
yeah, I don't think you're right.
I didn't balance my budget.
I don't think you're right on this one. The Budget Act requires that by April 15th, both the House and Senate approve by majority of the votes the final version of the budget resolution reported by the Congress, and then the president's supposed to sign it. By April 15th, it's supposed to be done every year. And
they have a CR. They do a CR every year.
And here we go.
They do this.
Has the 2024 federal budget been passed? March 2024 continuing resolution. The bill passed the Senate as well on March 1st and was signed into law by President Biden later that same day. They passed a
continuing resolution. Continuing resolution.
Yeah, that's.
You read the exact word. Continuing resolution.
No, you're saying they don't always do
budget.
it. Since then, Congress has failed to pass in the past 15 fiscal years. Congress has failed to pass a budget in 7 of the last 15 fiscal years. That means 8 times they did pass the budget, setting out the long-term trajectory of the entire federal budget. Blah 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 blah. No, they do. They do sign a budget.
So
It might be bullshit, and it might have problems, and it might not be what anybody wanted, but they pass something, and they call it a budget. They do. Yes, it's a law. They have to pass it. If they don't, they can't appropriate money to pay their paychecks.
Yeah, that's why they do continuing resolutions.
I understand, but you can't go from year to year to year to year to year. They said 7 out of 8. It sounds like they were just barely almost getting into the second year, then they passed something. And then they got a budget. Then they do the same thing the following year. That sounds like every other year they've been getting away with it.
They've passed budgets, but they're not been a full budget. And that's where the continuing resolutions come from.
I don't know.
Well, I'm just looking.
But
I'm looking too.
Yeah, because
budget, they have no funds.
Right, because to give pay raises, all that's decided on October 1st. Yeah.
Remember, one year they were threatening they weren't going to pay the soldiers. They weren't going to pay our military.
Yeah. 1977, I remember that happening.
And that's where you got to cut some of these departments out.
Well, I don't have a problem with that.
Well, I think that when he puts across a budget for to be brought in front of Congress, I think that's when we're going to see what's going to happen. But yeah, they passed a budget, but not a. Yeah, they've.
Yeah. It's not a
to make sure that
budget.
all of the. I forgot how I read it now. It doesn't matter.
Budget that's going to pay any of our debt.
Okay, March 2024, continuing as you hear. On February 29th, this year, the House passed a short-term continuing resolution extending the funding deadline to March 8th for the first 4 appropriation bills in November and January. I'm not done reading. January CRs and to March 22nd for the rest. The bill passed the Senate as well on March 1st and was signed into law by President Biden on the same day.
And they took out loans in order to meet the budget.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In any case, if you say so, all I see is continuing resolutions.
Well, that's what's in the news. That's what
they can't do it in perpetuity. They have to finally pass a budget, or they have no money to spend.
Well, they passed 2 continuing resolutions in 2020
to keep the government offices open, to keep the money flowing. But eventually, it has to. They can't do that forever. They won't pass that forever.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I don't know. We need to wake up Dom. He's slowly going to sleep over there.
Yeah, I'm slowly going into my afternoon nap.
How's the budget in Australia?
Cooked.
Cooked? Okay, good.
Yeah, they did it through minibuses.
They
did it in pieces, but they got it all passed eventually.
Yeah, but don't look at a woman for more than 9 seconds.
They did a second minibus, and then they got everything funded. So it was a budget, but it was piecemeal.
Okay. So maybe I'm using the wrong terminology. Okay.
Well, no,
I'd like to see an actual budget all in one piece, written up, debated and passed all in one go.
It might be easier to pass a budget if they have less things to spend the money on. Every budget they introduce more and more and more spending.
Oh yeah, and they report bill
because they're trying to bring money to their districts so they continue to get elected. A lot of these things that are added to these bills are just promises to the constituents to get them votes during the election process.
Exactly.
I promise you I would do this, and now we've got a brand new Costco coming in, and we're going to and the train service is coming through, and and that's all government money that well, not all, but mostly government money that funds that. Instead of trying to find ways through the private sector to fund these projects, which would be better and would run better.
Well, like they used to.
And would be efficient. And if people didn't, if it wasn't profitable, it would no longer exist.
Die.
Right, exactly. Oh God. Anyway,
What a
all
world
right,
that would be.
That's enough of that. Let's
Yeah.
Fine. How about them drones?
How
How
about
about them drones? Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the New York Giants? Hey, how about them? Yeah.
hey, shut up.
New York Giants.
They
New
couldn't.
York Giants, are they
He's
still
being a dick.
around?
He's being a dick.
Would you
To
sit
me,
still?
to me.
Hey, how about
They
them
existed
Broncos
anymore.
or them Lions? Yeah.
I'll bet
The
nobody
Lions? I
even
don't
noticed
know.
I'm wearing my Christmas shirt.
Ooh.
Yeah, I noticed that you're wearing something. I couldn't quite make
Yeah.
out what that is. Is that mistletoe?
Yeah, well, it's Santa Claus, and it's a Hawaiian flowery shirt with Santa Claus all over it. So it's my Christmas shirt with my Hawaiian flowery shirts.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. You know what a good idea I've come up with. I think I'm going to do it this year for Christmas. I'm going to carry, because in Oklahoma we have mistletoe everywhere. I've got it out here on my. So I'm going to carry a sprig of mistletoe in my back pocket so everybody can kiss my ass.
There you go. I
Mhm.
agree with that.
You know, I'm going to make one last comment in all this budget talk and all this shit.
Okay.
All our lives we've been told we got to do something, or this country's going to go bankrupt. It's going to. The dollar is going to turn into a penny
Going
in a
to?
day like it did in other countries around the world. We're everybody keeps talking about we got to do something, we got to do something, and it's not being done. And instead, it's just getting continually worse. All this starts with one step.
Yep.
It's just like anything else. It's just like any other addiction. It starts with one step, and hopefully, this is the first step. Do you want to shoot? You want to shoot for $2 trillion and you get 500 billion? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We're not satisfied with that.
I'm okay.
But you know what? It's step one. Let's keep working on it.
I'm good with that.
I'm cool.
And because they don't necessarily want to put a couple of million people out of jobs. I mean, even Robin Sami was talking about that. Don't forget that the last jobs, or was a job report before, they were talking about there was only 144,000 jobs created and 144 million. It was terrible numbers. Would have been even worse if you didn't count the government jobs that were created during that same period of time. There was over 70 million government jobs created during that same period of time. So it was horseshit. Government jobs aren't necessarily in perpetuity. They're not making money. There's no way to provide income for those people. And a lot of those government jobs, right from the get-go, they knew they were temporary jobs.
Oh yeah.
There were road projects and bridges and so on and so forth. Where's Kamala?
Yeah, Matt.
Who's
A
Matt?
loser island?
She will.
Well, I mean,
He's trolling you.
So there's going to be an increase in unemployment based on those people's numbers, I guess, for a period of time. But most of those people are pretty skilled, and they're going to be able to find, hopefully, the economy, and there are new jobs. That's the point.
In the private sector.
and
We shall see.
It'll be a process. It's not going to happen
needs to
overnight.
grow is the private sector.
But we can do it. This country used to survive without any income tax.
Yep.
For the first
Yeah, it was all
120 some
tariff.
years, with no federal income tax for the first 120 some years.
Yeah.
Tariffs,
excise fees.
Woodrow Wilson introduced it.
Bastard.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, he decided to lessen our tariffs on our goods and make up the difference
To help other countries.
Yeah.
To help
Yeah,
make it
help other
easier for
countries.
other countries to sell their goods here.
But the only people that were paying income tax at the beginning were millionaires, were people that were upper. It's only a tax on those that can afford it. That's how it starts. Yeah, that's how it starts. So, anyway.
Yeah, that's how it starts. That's not where.
It's amazing how some states can survive without a state income tax and do well. Florida does damn well without a state income tax. Tennessee doesn't have a state income tax. I don't even think Delaware has a state income tax. There's a lot of states that don't have state. How do they survive? How does it?
Yeah.
They find revenues in other ways.
They tax other things, is what they do.
Well, yeah, they find the money elsewhere.
You could,
Exactly.
they find it elsewhere, but you could say they tax other things. But what other taxes am I paying in Florida? I don't pay any road
But
tax.
you personally don't pay the tax. It's all the tourists and everything that come to Florida that pay the tax.
Well, tourism definitely is one of the reasons why Florida's independent.
Right.
But that's just one thing. Also, energy. Also, produce. There's a lot of things that generate money.
No, the money comes from somewhere, though. Trust me. Florida has a budget just like every other state, so they get the money from somewhere.
Yeah, and by law, they have to balance their budget every year.
Yep.
Michigan's actually done really well lately balancing.
Mississippi has a low income tax, but a lot of that is paid for by the casinos that Mississippi has.
It's amazing how the states are forced by federal law to balance their budget every year, and they somehow manage to do it. But there's nobody. We don't have God looking down.
The government doesn't. Yeah.
Jesus. That was pretty funny. In any case,
there's nobody above the federal government looking down saying, balance your budget, scumbags. There's nobody there. Hotel tax, resort fee, sale tax. Yeah, that's something. Yeah. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
No, there's certainly other ways to get money. But you're paying it somehow. Like, you got like inspections. Do you have vehicle inspection in Florida? I know some states have that. Like North Carolina used to have that. I don't know if they still
most
do.
of them do. New Jersey not only had a regular inspection, but they also had this. You had 2 stickers on your glass. You had to pay.
I know Missouri used to have the inspections, but I think they did away with those.
No one's.
Well, Colorado's got a new tax. We've got an abortion tax. Yeah, that our voters just voted in. So, yeah.
They're taxing abortions?
Legal, and the taxpayer gets to pay for it. Yeah.
Oh, you're paying for abortions?
Even richer.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, they voted for them people.
Yep.
They voted for that.
I didn't vote for it. So
yeah, but at least you got recreational marijuana. You're good.
Yeah.
So you can run around, bang whoever you want, and get high.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it.
They had one kind of led to the other, didn't it? I mean,
you just run around, get high, and knock up whoever you want, and they'll just get an abortion for free. Hey,
dude, I thought I was wearing it.
That's
deal.
It felt numb. I thought there was one on there, man.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh well, get an abortion for free.
So whenever you go by Planned Parenthood, you see all those Mercedes and Audis. Hey, those are the doctors getting rich off of our taxes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you don't want to have this argument, so. You don't want to have this argument because do you really want all those unwanted kids running the streets and breaking into your house and shit? I mean, it's a tough one, dude.
Oh, we already have that. It's Trendy Ragua from Venezuela. Yeah.
Those people don't believe in abortion. Do you know that? Hispanics have the lowest abortion rate in the world.
Is
that something?
No, they're very interesting. A large cross section of the population is very religious, very conservative. Yeah.
Yep. It's so funny. That's insane.
Yeah, but after a couple of generations living here, they'll destroy all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too bad. It's sad.
Next thing you know, the Indians will say, man, those white guys, they weren't bad after all.
What the hell kind of comment was that? What is that supposed to be?
What Indians are you talking about?
No, I apologize for that. I am.
Wait a minute.
I think it's time.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
That's enough, Tommy. That's enough, dear.
Oh God!
Hey, you got it working again. Cool.
Yeah. Oh no, it's been in there. I got that. I got this one.
I am sorry to use those words on television. I apologize to all my fans.
There.
No.
There. Yeah.
Yeah,
I might even have another.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're sorry. I'm sorry. Everyone's sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm very sorry.
I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly.
Yeah, and that statement deserved all three of those videos.
I tell you what, though, by the time they got you hanging out the window by your ankles, you're dead. All the apologizing in the world ain't gonna get you back in that window. That guy didn't look strong enough to be able to pull you up like that.
It's a movie.
That'd be a tough pull.
And I doubt he's particularly light. He's like 6'5" or 6'6", that guy. So I doubt
if we hung Art out a window like that, he'd fall a hell of a lot further than that guy would have.
Yeah, that's right.
At least 3 feet farther.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If somebody hung me out like that, my fucking legs would be straightened out. Shit.
Oh, let's try it. Hey, I got a teeter hang up, one of those inversion tables.
Oh.
Yeah, I never use it. I bought it and then I realized I don't like hanging upside down.
Art was getting that thing, and they'd finally come to collect the rent and realize, oh shit, that poor little guy's been hanging upside down and can't reach the clip so he can get himself unhooked. Yeah.
I need one of them damn things.
Yeah, they're supposedly the shit, but I found out very quickly I don't like hanging upside down.
With my failed back surgery, trust me, that would come in handy.
Well, get one. They're not that expensive.
No,
it's like $500-600, something like that.
Go down to the Goodwill. You can find them things all the time down there.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, people buy them and then they do just like me. They go, oh, this ain't my. It's just like solo flexes and shit.
Yeah.
That's another one. Or bow flexes, bow flexes, solo flexes. Yep.
Any of those places, yeah.
Wow, it's funny. Yep. I wanted to look up what it costs you. Trucks based on weight, 3,000 to 5,000 pounds. He was talking about $950 a year to register his truck. You know what it costs here? $3,250.
Wow, $450.
Oh, boy.
32.
Wow, 3,250.
Yeah, right. $32 and 50 cents.
50 cents. 50 cents. No, my only point was they're going to get their money. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's income tax or it's sales tax or it's because what's the sales tax in Florida?
State sales tax is 6%.
Yeah, our sales tax is lower than that. So, but we have income tax, so it depends on how you look at it.
Why? What's your sales tax?
I think it's 5, so not way lower than yours. And what is? Do they tax food in Florida? I can't remember. Do they tax food?
No.
Okay, we don't tax food either.
We do in Oklahoma, and we have.
They do tax clothing, which we didn't do in Pennsylvania, but we do here.
We also have casinos.
Yeah. We have a lot of casinos too. Right. Not to Oklahoma's level, but we have quite a few though.
Right.
Yeah,
we got them here too.
Yeah, we got them here in Colorado.
Osceola Indian tribe has casinos.
Yeah.
Central
I'm just saying the state has a budget.
Cripple Creek.
Yeah, the state has a budget. They got to get the money from somewhere. So
yeah, they also get a lot of money
from
we have nuclear power plants. So we actually the power actually gets sent out to other states. We actually have a surplus of power, unlike California that forces Nevada to sell power to them at a discounted rate. By the way,
how do they force them?
I mean, if California wanted to separate from the rest of the country, they wouldn't even come close. They wouldn't even be able to come close to supplying their own power needs.
Yeah,
the surrounding states actually are basically forced to sell them energy at discounted rates.
Oh, talk about water. The surrounding states send California water too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Colorado's at the center because we're the headwaters to 5 major rivers.
He means head when he says head.
Name them, Art.
That would be the South Platte River, the North Platte River. That'd be the Arkansas. That'd be the Rio Grande and the Colorado.
Look at that. I knew he could do it.
Yeah,
look at that little guy. You go, little guy.
Mm-hmm.
You go, little guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Art, I got a message. Somebody wanted to know, are you a member of the Lollipop Guild?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Well, he's a part of the Lullaby League.
Surely we're gonna go there.
Lullaby League. He's part of the Lullaby League.
Yeah.
I can't watch that movie anymore.
Why?
I'm gonna drop out. I gotta go.
Oh, you are.
All right.
Must
All right,
be
take care, Dom.
Good seeing you, Dom.
Bye,
See you
Dom.
later. Bye, Dom.
Bye, Dom. Have a good nap.
No, I can't watch that movie anymore because I've seen it a million fucking times when I was a kid. Because we watched it every single year. It came out. They played every year, and I watched it. We watched it every single year, and it's boring now, quite frankly. There's just really nothing going on there.
The yellow brick road.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just kind of meh,
Me. Is
It's
it
not that
me?
great of a movie to begin with. It was an awesome movie for the time period, but it's honestly not that great of a movie. It really isn't. So,
Me.
I'm wondering
You are.
what they consider my truck. My truck weighs less than 5,000 pounds, but I ain't talking about gross vehicles, which would include everything, which would include what it can haul.
Right.
Which would bump it up to the next thing, which is like 60. It's still 60
Well,
something.
you've probably got what, a half ton?
Yeah. F-150. Yeah, but it's a standard cab.
Yeah.
It might be 4,000 pounds.
I mean, I've got a half ton Avalanche, and I think I pay about $30 a year for my registration, if that.
good old Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm in Mississippi.
And that's a good old Mississippi. I'm just saying.
Damn straight.
I pay $6
Great
for
place to
insurance.
retire. They don't tax my Social Security. Sorry, Lloyd.
That's okay.
At least it wasn't Bill you interrupted this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least it was somebody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I pay
Uncle
$6
Tom.
for my tags. I get my driver's license and for 8 years, and I pay nothing for it.
I think
Oh,
I paid
well,
like
you're special.
$30 for mine for 8 years.
Yeah.
Well, once you hit 65, you get them for free here in Oklahoma. So,
Wow.
and I pay no property tax, and if I choose to use it, no sales tax. So on big items, I'll use my tax exempt number, but on smaller items, I just pay and get on through the line. So,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
but that's what they did for the veterans here a few years back. So, anybody, I think it's 60% disabled and above.
Yeah, maybe I'll move in with Lloyd. I'll cash in my
Maybe I
401k.
should move to Mississippi or Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna cash in my 401k and go and pull my disability real quick. Not to mention the holes I have in my knees.
Right.
And then pull some disability and go hang out in Oklahoma with Lloyd.
There you go.
How you doing there, BJ Google Planet?
Yeah.
BJ Google Planet.
Yeah, so my F-250 is almost 10,000 gross vehicle weight. By the way, my F-250
I don't know.
heavy duty.
I just pulled my receipt up, and the F-150 they charged me $47 for the year.
That ain't bad.
Not bad.
No,
that's not bad.
My wife's car was $37.
That's cheaper than mine.
Yeah, my wife's
The Harley was $25.50.
Wow.
I have
my wife's got, I think, a 2018 Ford Explorer, and she's paying $39 this year.
The registration on the boat was $22.40, and the trailer was $19.75, and my other trailer was $19.75.
You pay your boat yearly?
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow. We get it for like 4 years.
It's $22. I don't really care. The full total is $173.40 for a boat, 2 trailers, a motorcycle, and a car and a pickup truck.
BJ, I think they're pretty positive on drones.
Drones. What are those?
Yeah, how about them drones, huh?
What
Yeah.
about one of those?
Mhm. I think that's. Is that your burner account, Lon?
I mean,
No.
I like my Air
There's
3,
both my hands right here. I'm not typing.
Now, the original registration when you buy a vehicle, if you don't have a plate, that's between $400 and $500. So the initial one's quite a bit higher, but then after that, it's nothing.
Well,
Mine's about $250 every year.
Tax that they charge you for.
And then there's another thing they make money on. If you come into the state with vehicles from other states, you actually pay taxes on the value of that vehicle when you re-register.
Oh, wow.
Right.
When you register it as a Florida vehicle. So considering how many people have been moving to Florida, that's some money too, I guess, you know.
Yeah, Mississippi does the same thing. But I don't know that it's that much, but it's like when I bought my trailer over in Alabama, and to register it in Mississippi, I think I had to pay like about $1,000 sales tax.
Oh yeah.
But
No, yeah, I don't know. I like that one so much. You've already paid sales tax on a vehicle, and you already own it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, if he did, did you pay sales tax in
Alabama and Mississippi don't get along with their sales tax, so I didn't pay sales tax in Alabama, but I had to pay the sales tax in Mississippi.
There you have it.
Anyway,
either which way, I was paying sales tax.
Anyway,
you didn't pay twice.
Any vehicle registered in a different state, if you bring it to this state, when you move to this state, you have 30 days, first of all, to renew your license and to update the registration on your vehicle. And part of that cost is you're going to pay sales tax based on the vehicle's value at the time.
Right. Right. That's about the same.
I'm glad you agree with me.
About the same here.
I moved here. What are you
trying
showing?
to sell me cologne? Well, they're trying to sell me cologne.
Oh.
Does it smell like Old Spice?
No, dude, I've been using Hugo. Remember Hugo? I still buy Hugo. I've been using Hugo for 20 years, I bet you, minimum.
Yeah,
I just stuck to it. I just stuck with it. Don't see any reason to change.
Hey, you find something that works. I mean, a long time ago, I don't wear cologne anymore. But a long time ago, I always wore Stinson cologne.
Stetson. CK1. Wow, that's a gay ass cologne.
Wow.
That's the unisex stuff. That's the unisex shit.
I get so many compliments on this cologne. I do.
From
my
women.
wife likes it. That's all that matters.
I know. I'm kidding.
She likes it. She
I
buys
used to wear
it.
Drakkar. I can't talk. I wore Drakkar back in the day.
I
What
used
do
to wear
you
Drakkar.
expect? Lawns from the 80s?
Polo was the one that all the guys liked.
Yeah, Polo.
82nd
Everybody remember Vital?
Yeah.
If you wanted a little manlier smell, you got Aramis because it's got that. It smells
Aramis.
like they put wood shavings in it.
Musk. Musk.
Oh, God. Don't even start with the musk.
Her Old Spice, Musk.
Hey, I still use Old Spice.
Do you? In the white Delio? Does it still come in the white Delio?
Yeah.
We used to buy it for my dad every Christmas. Old
But
Spice.
they're plastic
and the
now
white.
instead of glass. But,
It's not ceramic anymore or whatever it was?
no, they're not the ceramic anymore. They're plastic. But
Lon, you have to remember, Lloyd's from Oklahoma, okay? Give him a break.
What?
Oh, hell,
About what?
I've wore that stuff all my life.
See?
What, Old Spice?
Yeah.
He's just
My
old,
dad-
that's all. My dad wore Old Spice. He had Old Spice on when we buried him. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, I think my dad did too. Yeah.
How about Brute?
Brute. I remember Brute.
Hi, karate.
Armani Code. Yeah.
I don't even know what this smells like.
That's a good one. I Karate. Brute.
Yeah.
What was that other one though?
This is very light.
Musk.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I'm gonna
Drakkar.
Drakkar Noir.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. Drakkar Noir. Then I moved to Hugo. I
Aquabella.
moved to Hugo. Aqua Velvet, but that's an aftershave, right? Not a cologne.
Yeah.
Aqua Velvet's an aftershave. Yeah,
All
not
I
a
have is
cologne.
Aramis aftershave left here. Let's see.
WD-40.
Yeah. Hey, Scott.
WD-40. I like fat chicks, so I usually just put some bacon grease behind my ears.
Yeah.
That usually does it. That usually does it.
Don't have those Oklahoma.
There you go, Scott.
Yeah, you got come to Oklahoma. We got a lot of them kind around here.
Yeah,
I agree with Scott Nadeau. WD-40.
I want to pick you up, WD-40. Okay, well, I remember that.
Spray it on if you got bad knees, spray the WD-40 and rub it in on your knees.
Yeah. Ben Gay. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Gay, really, Art?
They know damn way. WD-40 on your knees.
Yeah.
There you go.
You think it's going to penetrate to the joint?
Yeah.
I don't know what it does. It's just supposed to make them feel better. And I've tried it. It didn't hurt me.
I wonder if it kills the nerves. I wonder if it kills your nerves in your knee.
It is penetrating.
Yeah, in my case, it doesn't matter.
Ha! Penetrate. Yeah, I use it for other penetrating activities.
Yeah.
Giggity. Giggity. Never use soap, by the way.
There long.
Yeah, never use soap, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Polo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Polo Club. I think this is a knockoff. I don't know. It's Polo
probably
Club.
Polo.
Did you buy that at a gas station? Did you buy that at a gas station? Did some guy walk up to you? Somebody walked up to you at a gas station with a box. Yo, dog, I got that Polo for $10.
Well,
I
for $3 you can get the old Gator cologne.
Old Gator.
We were talking about what before?
That's your car. Yeah. Wow, bro. You got that old shit hanging out.
Guy LaRouche. Yeah, but this is just a powder, I think. What is this? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, God. I just
cut down on that.
My Cayunis.
You better look out. Your wife is going to attack you when you go to bed.
This is aftershave. But I ran out of the Dracar Noir, and then she said, "Oh, this is the same thing. Look what they did with the spelling. This is definitely fake. Dakar."
Yeah, they're having a race in the desert.
They save money. One less K and no R.
Yeah, she bought that at a gas station.
Bill.
How about this? You guys remember this stuff?
The car. Oh, there you go.
What's that?
How does it look familiar?
Oh,
you don't remember, huh?
Royal Spice.
Hold on. No, wait a minute.
Song or
Hold on.
something?
No, it's not Wind Song. It's Wind Song stays on her mind.
Oh, is that a guy?
Yeah, Wind Song stays on my mind. Yeah. Oh my God, it has a little crown and shit. I don't remember. Prince Albert. I don't know.
Prince Machiavelli.
Prince Machiavelli. I knew it was something like that.
And I'm only doing that from memory because it doesn't say it anywhere on the bottle, but it's Prince Machiavelli.
Was it by Prince Machiavelli though? It was something. The name of the cologne was something else, and it was by Prince Machiavelli. I thought.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, it could be, but I don't know. This is old. This bottle.
I can't remember.
Bill's,
Cologne Talk.
Cologne show. Yeah.
Yeah, the Cologne show.
Are we all men?
Cologne.
Yeah.
So we all stink. We all have this in common. We got to cover this up.
Except for Mike. Mike says he doesn't wear cologne anymore.
What about Old English?
Old English. Yeah, that was the one I was trying to remember. Old English.
Hard to get the stuff, but I use it.
Degree. Yep.
I use
his wife.
Damn straight.
It's my underarm deodorant.
Yeah, his wife is in love with cigarette smoke and whiskey. That's her favorite cologne.
Smoking tequila, damn it.
Oh, my bad. Cigarette smoking tequila. Axe. Yeah, I got. I still have Axe snake peel body wash. That's my favorite body wash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Axe snake peel. Because my hands get greasy and it cleans it up just like that. That shit is the bomb. They quit making it.
Just
I gotta buy it through Amazon.
Yeah.
The Old Spice Timber. Yeah. You guys gotta clean out your entire medicine cabinet there, Bill.
I got this. It looks like a little treasure chest full of these things. It's all right here.
I didn't throw anything away.
Meat up. There you go.
I thought I didn't throw anything away. He's got me beat.
Well,
I still got motorcycle parts for a motorcycle I've been owned in 3 years.
Oh yeah, me
I
too.
need to get rid of.
Me too.
Damn,
You know,
I need to get rid of
these things. That's why I still have them. I pick one, I like it, and that's the one we keep buying.
Yeah, I got like a dozen helmets and probably 10 or 15 jackets.
Wow.
You know, I need to do something with this shit.
Yeah, I got car parts for cars I don't own anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I need to get rid of some of this garbage. I'm just lazy. Well, I'll give myself credit. You know, I put in about 60 a week, and after that, I don't want to do nothing else, man. I ain't gonna lie. After that, I don't want to do nothing else. Nope. I pay somebody to clean my house. I pay somebody to do my laundry. I don't want to do nothing else. I want to come home.
Before I worked at the post office, I would do 70 plus hours a week truck driving. Shit. When I got home, I didn't want to do shit.
You used to work for the post office?
I worked for the post office, and before that, I was over the road.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, and before that, he was under the road.
You know what?
I'm
learning all kinds of things. Mr. B worked for the post office. Art went to the Philippines. Lloyd has MS. Yep. And Bill has a cologne collection.
He's got MS. I didn't know that.
Bill works for the corrections department. Damn it.
Yeah, and he has a cologne collection. He never throws any of that shit away.
I don't like
drones
this.
and cologne.
Is this expensive? This is the perfume, the little bottle. Your money.
Are you sure it's the real stuff though?
Yeah, because it's spelled correctly. That's what they'll do. They'll change one letter. You know.
Oh, I was just curious.
Yeah. No, my wife buys it.
Send it to Art.
Have you tried that one that come to you? Does that smell like
what?
What?
Hey,
man, I reek of colognes right now. I was spraying that stuff all over.
Your wife is gonna attack you. You're gonna go head to the bedroom. And your wife's gonna be like, "Hide behind the door."
You smell like you just came back from a gay club.
Hey, can I tell a dirty joke?
Nothing wrong with gay clubs.
Sure.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, go ahead, Lloyd.
Go ahead, Lloyd.
Okay. What has 8 wheels and flies?
8 wheels and flies.
What'd you say, Bill?
A garbage truck.
Absolutely. See, that's dirty.
Was that easy? Was that it, really? Because I thought that too, but I thought there's no way that's where he was going with this.
That was a really good dirty joke.
That's a Dixie Riddle Cup.
It came from Australia. It's a hand-me-down.
That was a joke from a Dixie Riddle Cup.
Yeah, it was a hand-me-down joke from
Laffy
Australia.
Taffy. It's like a Laffy Taffy.
You say it was
Laffy
a
Taffy
hand-me-down joke from Art?
No, I didn't get it from Art.
Oh,
yeah, that's why it wasn't.
I got it from Greg. You know, from Australia. He called me up and told me that. It was like, so I told it now, but he's not watching. So.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And thank God.
You'll have to tell it again. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no.
I've heard that joke like I don't know how many times. I thought you were going to go a different direction. I really did. The garbage truck.
I did too.
Punchline. I've heard it many times.
I went for the low hanging fruit too. You know.
You know, all these testings, the Calvin Klein still wins. Calvin Klein won.
Calvin Klein won.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
With your Calvin Klein.
Good for you.
I did
Good
Aramis
for you.
for years. Aramis was my thing for years. Now I smell it.
Oh yeah.
What was I thinking?
That's an Italian in you,
Your
probably.
body chemistry changes and things smell differently on you after a while.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
What was
You shower less now or more, maybe, or something.
Colognes smell different on different people. What was that? It was famous for that. It was something
Musk.
number 5. No,
Musk,
something number 5.
Chanel?
Chanel number 5 was known to not smell the same on two other people. That was the thing about it. Smelled different on everybody because of the formulation, supposedly.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
I believe you. I didn't really, I wouldn't know. I'll defer to your greater knowledge.
Unless you bathe in it. You could say that about any cologne. It's going to smell different on different people, depending on what soap you use, what skin products you use.
What you ate that day.
Yeah.
Your hygiene, all kinds of shit.
Whether you spent any time in Mike's trailer,
Yeah, you spent time in Mike's trailer.
Yeah.
So our good friends at Dodge are now they're back again trying to sell me the stupid electric charger that they came out with.
Oh yeah?
It's amazing how they got the price down from like $1,100 a month to $600 a month all of a sudden though. It's amazing how they do that. They sent me a proposal.
Charger?
Yeah. It's for the electric one. The all electric. It's called the charger. How imaginative that is, right? But it's called, and it's a Scat Pack charger. It's only got 2 doors.
Like a battery charger.
No. It does come with the home charger for free, though. It comes with the home charger for free.
Your house.
Yeah, it's no money down. $619 a month is what they last.
It's probably a lease, isn't it?
Yes, there's a 3-year lease, but if I want to buy it, then they'll give me 72 months, 0% interest. I didn't get a per month number on that though.
But the thing is, when the payment is like that, there's the value on the back end is going to be higher than the vehicle's worth. You to buy it out, you'd really have to,
Right.
I sold cars for a bit, and that's how you work that.
Yeah, I used to lease. I used to lease all the time. It was my jam, especially I used to buy like S10s of all things. I bought like 4 S10s in a row.
That was the sales pitch on selling leases was you get a smaller payment now, but you can bank that money and then you'll have that so that you can own it. So you can own a better, you can own the vehicle and it'd be comfortable. And if any emergencies happen in the meantime, you'll have your cash. Yeah, I mean that was the sales pitch when leases were a new thing for the general public. Because originally, back in the day, leases were just for companies.
Yeah.
But that's when they introduced it, and you had to come up with a sales pitch. Why would somebody lease a vehicle and not really own it and have restrictions on how many miles you can drive a year? The condition you have to turn the vehicle back in and da-da-da-da. Well, here's why. Because you can da-da-da. And that was my sales pitch. It worked.
Right.
People buy it.
Oh, no, I used to lease S10s like I was saying, and Mike's asked why. Because I could get a V6 stick rear-wheel drive vehicle. Because there wasn't one in the early 90s.
Well, here's the problem with leases. Since you don't actually see the final sales amount because you don't own the vehicle. The dealer owns the vehicle. You're leasing, or the bank actually. You're leasing it from them. So no matter what show you up front, whatever deal you work out, at the back end, they're just selling you a payment. They by law they were legally able to sell you the vehicle for 10% above sticker, even if they showed you 10% below. And they used to rob people like that all the time.
Well, it used to be a good deal for me. It was less than $100 a month for these S10s, and they bought me out before the 2 years were up. It'd be like 18 months in, 14 months in. Hey, Lon, would you like a new vehicle? Yeah, sure. I drop the one truck off and pick up the next truck, and my payment would still be like $100. No money down, no money out of my pocket. $100 a month.
No, I understand. It made you capable of comfortably owning nice vehicles. But I
have a new car every 2 years.
I quit a delership because of that. There was some nice young girl. And she'd been saving up, and she just wanted this Mazda. I forget what it was. It was a nice car. It was like a mid-sized car. Anyway, so I worked her a good deal. The only thing they wanted was a full-size spare. That was the only thing they asked for, and I tried to get them to give it to them. They wouldn't do it. Cheap fucks. So I worked her out a deal. I showed her a price. I showed her a payment. I said, okay, now go sell her lease. So I went into okay, she's ready to buy. She's got an $1,800 down, which was substantial at the time. Not substantial, but more than good enough. And so I went back to her, and I talked them into the lease. And on the way back, they're patting me on the, slapping me on the back. What? Oh, and that's when they told me, you just sold her a car for this. And I said, that's not the price I showed her. That she agreed upon. It was thousands more, but the payment was lower because of the lease. So it's like I said, I don't want to do that. That's wrong. And they still wouldn't give it a fucking full size spare, even though they just robbed the shop. I quit that dealer. I quit that deal. I found out later that she reneged on the whole lease thing, like that they came back. They came back, and I wasn't there anymore, and they went back to the regular. So good for her. She got the regular loan on it. Yeah. But no, I wasn't cutthroat enough for that business.
No, I wasn't either. I sold cars for a minute. I worked for Lexus for a minute. And when they first came out, and that was it was real cutthroat. They'd hire like 20 salesmen, knowing that 10 to 15 would be out within 3 months. Yeah, you know, because they rotate out because they couldn't sell anything.
You have to be a little bit of a sociopath. Seriously, I mean, you have to really not care about anybody that you talk to.
Right.
Because to be happy about that sale, that wasn't good salesmanship. That was just bait and switch. That was just fraud, as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
You know? I told her. Yeah, but that was the price if she was going to do conventional. That's their argument. If she was going to do conventional,
was it above sticker?
So we
was
never.
It above sticker?
But they ended up selling it to her for.
Hold on. Was the sale price versus the lease price? Was the lease price sticker and the sale price below sticker?
The sale price was below. The lease price was 10% above.
Okay, then that's dirty. I'm with you.
Oh no, I was fucked up. If
the lease price was sticker, I wouldn't hold it against them because it doesn't matter. To be honest with you,
it was a pretty good chunk of change too. And on top of it, when the lease was over, Mazda and a lot of the Japanese companies have this inflated sense of value of their vehicles. When that lease was over, she was going to owe practically sticker on it. So it's almost like she was paying nothing but interest.
Oh no, that's exactly right. You don't never buy back a lease. I've leased probably 10 cars, and you never buy them back at the end. Never.
And the funny thing is, they'll sell that lease back to somebody else for way less money. You know, I mean, that's the ironic thing about the whole thing. Where
that's the irony of they won't sell it to you.
No, they'll just sell you another lease.
Yeah, I had a friend that worked in a dealership that was gonna sell me a car back at what they would normally sell it for, but I just said, nah, that's all right. I just bought a new car because I was on board, man. I was new every two, man. And to each their own. I'm the kind of person that's gonna have a new car no matter what, so I'm gonna have some kind of payment. So why not have a lower payment? That's my position. I'm gonna have a payment. I've had a payment since 1986. I've had a car payment.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to have a car payment until I die because I like having a new car. I want a new car every couple years or so.
No,
so lease is up my alley.
I'm a little different. I've always had car payments, but that's because the wife got the new vehicles. I always made sure the wife had the newer. So there was always some kind of payment, and I'd be buying used ones that were paid for. Now, in a way, I have a payment anyway because you buy used vehicles and you're putting money into it. So, you figure out how much money you're putting into these used vehicles and you amortize it over the year, and that's your payment. Versus a new vehicle that's under warranty, and especially the warranties nowadays. And the fact that they shouldn't be breaking down the first 3 years anyway. But
no, and you're right. To each their own. Everybody's different.
Your insurance payment and everything else,
Now, unlike my dad,
who
bought 4 new vehicles in the last year.
Cash. Your dad pays cash, though, right?
Yeah, he's done. Yeah, he trades in the difference in cash. Yeah,
pays the difference.
Right. Hey, I bought that truck and I only paid $8,000 out the door. Yeah, and a vehicle you bought 4 months ago went with that $1,900, $9,000. It's like, Dad, you're not making money on these deals.
You're not winning here. You're not winning here. Yeah.
Well, he's sitting in a car that the tires still have the little knobbies on them because they're like 2,000 miles on them.
I don't know. Is he happy?
It makes him happy. Yeah.
Hey. That's where I look at it. I get in my car every day and I'm happy about it. You know what I mean? That's worth more. That's worth it to me. I don't get in my car and go, ugh.
I got when you forget one of the vehicles that you bought in the last year, to forget that you even owned it.
Yeah.
You were in a dealer with me. You were in a dealer and you bought a brand new F-150, and by 9 months later you forgot you own that vehicle.
That's a little different.
Yeah, it's time to start slowing them down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's say goodbye to everybody.
All right.
Goodbye, George Floyd.
Bye, George.
Good night, George.
What did he do wrong?
Nothing.
Who?
Why was he hidden?
Who?
All he said was George Floyd.
Oh, because he's using George Floyd's picture as an avatar, and a lot of people might be offended by that. You know, I personally am not that sensitive myself, so
He didn't say anything too bad. He said, "Hello, gentlemen. Good evening," and then shit.
Wow.
Shit. He didn't say I can't breathe. That would have been the that would have been the perfect thing to say. I mean, if you're going to be offensive,
I'm having trouble breathing with all that cologne I sprayed on myself. You know, he didn't say anything offensive like this.
I'm a fucking midget, man.
You know, we've been known to say offensive things here.
About Indians, Italians, British.
Italians.
Those white guys aren't so bad. Whatever the hell that meant. Yeah. Okay. Let's say goodbye to everybody. Right?
Yeah. Let's say goodbye, everybody.
Good, because I'm gonna go.
I
gotta watch the fight real quick.
Goodbye to Bill and all the tribe. Thank you all for coming, and we hope you.
I gotta drink more water too.
We're all invited
3.5
back
hours.
To watch another show. We're all too drunk and tired, so we're gonna have to.
I could have sworn this was gonna be a short one.
Bye. Bye.
Y'all come on now. You hear?